What's up, everyone? Good morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to Big Ace Podcast number 12. Today we have a very special guest. So you may know him. His name is David, aka TWYCE Diecast. I just sent him the link, and I'm just waiting for him to tune in, to hop on, so that we could add him to the stream. So this is how it's going to go, guys. I want to be respectful of David's time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview him. I'm going to ask him some questions for about an hour or so, and then from that, I'll allow you guys to ask him questions as well. You could ask me questions as well, and in the meantime, just go ahead and just chat it up amongst you guys. And we'll go from there. Conversation after I'm done with the interview is pretty much gonna go, how wherever it takes us. Pretty much that's how it's gonna go. But I'm gonna be asking them some basic questions like how did your name the name TWYCE Diecast how was that name born and stuff like that. And anyways, guys, I don't want to give too much, but let me go ahead and see David. Hopefully, he's ready to tune in. So, how are you guys doing this morning? Still can't figure out the whole banner thing, but I'm pretty sure I created one. I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but anyways, it doesn't seem like. Let's see, I got a private message. Mr. Red Room Diecast, how's it going? Rapid Nismo, good morning. Eddie G, good morning. Paco's Diecast Garage, good morning. Gary's Diecast Collection, good morning to you. Let's see. Rapid Nismo, I'm all ready for dinner. Okay, let me get rid of this thing right here. Okay, I'm ready for dinner, nearly ready, and my BMW E36 M3 is sitting, waiting to be showed off. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, Rapid Nismo, we're going to hold off on that until I'm done with your interview. It's going to go for about an hour or so. And then after that, we're going to conclude it. And then from there, I'll let you guys ask him some questions. Okay. TWYCE Diecast says, I'm trying, guys. Hang with me. Yeah, it looks like he's having some technical difficulties. I did. You know what, David? I'm going to post a link on the stream. I'm going to post a link on the stream, and then you could just click on it, and it'll automatically bring you here. Is it not working or? There it is. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know what's oops. Let's see what's going on over here. Sure, I got it right. There's always something with technology, right? I mean, it's great when it works, not so much when it doesn't. Yeah, I'm trying to post it here as well, but it's not letting me for some reason. I don't know what's going on over here. Let's see. Private message. Great. Yeah, it's not letting me post anything. Jesus Christ. Just what I needed. Just what I needed. You know what, guys? Let me restart it. And hopefully that corrects the problem. So, sorry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and restart it. I'm going to end this and I'm going to restart. David, if you're still here, okay. Yeah, so it looks like it's working now. There's the link. Guys, do not click on that link. That is intended for David. I think it'll be better. It'll probably be easier for him to just click on that link, and he'll be added on the stream automatically. I do apologize, guys. You know, these things do happen. You know, it is what it is, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, in the meantime, keep talking to yourselves. Rapid Nismo, I'm going to have to keep you on the back burner. Like I said, I'm going to start with and I'll add you guys after I'm done with David. Let me see. Steak poking. Let's see. I can't see the private message. Come on. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Nismo. Yeah, no problem. Rapid. You know, like I said, I mean, I was just, I was just pretty much reminding everybody. Hopefully, David tunes in. So, in the meantime, guys, how you guys been? How's your week? How's your hunts? How have your hunts been? Anything good? Has everyone already seen or noticed the rise in prices at the stores? I think here in California we were pretty lucky, and we were like one of the last ones, to get affected by the rising costs and everything. It's like the Matchbox diecast cars with regular 164 cars went up to $1.29. The premiums are already at $6.49, and they were $5.99 before. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, they went from $5.49 to $5.99, and now they're $6.49. And then the two packs went up about $1, so they're now $12.99, and the team transports are now $14.99. It's just it's ridiculous, you know. Um, but what can we do? Let's see. It's definitely Rapid Nismo says it's definitely warming up as I got in, no problems, almost instant as always. That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, at first I thought there was something wrong on my end, but apparently there's something. There's something on David's end. Eddie G says nothing, but no worries, all fine stuff. Yeah, I've got lucky. There's only one person here in the stream that I already leaked something very cool that I found. I'm working on that video. I'm just, putting together. I'm just compiling some more footage for you guys, and then I'll upload the video. But yeah, I had pretty good luck last week. Oswaldo Rider Diecast, thank you for tuning in. He's like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Oh wow, is good old Jay in the house? Yeah, David, it's still the same link. So let me post it one more time. And again, just click on it, and it should allow you to join instantaneously. P is in the house. What's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Fordman84, what's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Rapid Nismo, I remember when I used to be £1 here it used to be £1 here in 2018, then upped to $1.50 here in 2019. In 2020, jumped to 175. In places now they're almost £2. Yeah, unfortunately, but the cost of living, the cost of everything, and it's not just affecting us here in the States, guys. It's global. So don't think it's just here in the States. Honest Diecast, this is the link. It's working. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad it is. It's too bad that David is having some problems. Open M2K KE, how's it going? Our brother here is also from the UK, so he's pretty new to our community. Awesome. Rapid Nismo, same here, Derek. Definitely works. Okay, it looks like David was able to join. So, guys, please give our brother, our friend, TWYCE Diecast a welcome applause. David, my brother, how you doing, man?
Hey, yeah, man. Sorry, this old guy can't figure this stuff out.
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's like, as I was saying earlier, technology is great when it works. When it doesn't, it's not so great, right?
Yeah, no doubt. But we're here. Let's take advantage of it, man. I'm thrilled to be on your show, Adrian. Your channel, it was a part of me getting started as a collector again.
And, oh wow! Thank you.
Your optimism and your positivity is a hard act for the rest of us to follow. So happy to be here, brother.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate your kind words. So, David, okay, well, yeah, I already thank you for sharing that with us here. I didn't know that I didn't know that I contributed to you starting a YouTube channel, but were there other influences besides me that motivated you or inspired you?
Yeah, for sure. So going back to the start, it's weird, I kind of gravitated toward channels in the UK for some reason. I don't know. There's a dude over there in England called Matchbox Garage, Rob.
Oh yeah.
He's one that always mentions the foot-long hot dog jar. That's how he strips the paint on his cars. And I gotta say, man, like the idea that I could take my old Hot Wheels and refresh them and give them new life and make them look good again, like that blew my mind. I never thought about that. And to see a guy my age still messing around with little cars, that just made me like feel good. Like I didn't have a hobby to be ashamed of or anything like that, that there are lots of people that still love these cars. And let's see, who else? There's in Australia, I think that's where Danny's Diecast Disasters is, maybe.
Right.
So just the idea, number one, that guys my age were doing it, and number two, it's like worldwide. This is something that I'm going to say every little boy likes, and probably most little girls play with cards at some point too. So
Yes, yes. My granddaughter, who I met recently, is one of them. I didn't know she liked little Hot Wheels until
Yeah,
I met her, and she showed, and she's like, "Hey, Papa, look, I have this car, and I have that car, and I have will you play with me, Papa?" I'm like, "Sure."
heck
So
yeah, heck
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, yeah, she's my little love bug. I God did not bless me with a daughter, but I do have a granddaughter, and I love her to death. She's my
That,
she's my everything. Besides my kids, of course, and
sure.
my wife. So David, how was the name Twice Diecast born? I mean, did it start out like I don't know, like fun and games, or I mean, did you ever expect what has it been, like 3 years? Because you and I had started around the same time. I
Yeah,
remember.
it's really a cool story. Um, so I don't even know if you can find them anymore on my channel, but the original videos on my channel were my son, who was 12 at the time, messing around and going to stores and getting food from different countries, right? And doing
Okay.
videos
Okay.
and just trying to gross each other out, trying things like Vegemite and just weird food from other countries. And we wanted to make a joke out of the channel because there was a lot of jokes, and so we called it the worst YouTube channel ever.
I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember
So
that.
if you take the letters of TWYCE, TWYCE, that's
Right.
what that worst YouTube channel ever.
That's
And,
right. That's right.
so many people when I switched to making car videos, Adrian, like so many people said, you got to check that, man. Like, number one, it's not the worst channel. Number two, like it takes too long to say. We hate we hate doing shout outs because it takes forever. So that's what we did. We just kind of
Right.
compiled, kind of stuck. I like it.
That's so yeah. Yeah, went back in the day when I was, starting to grow my channel, and I was trying to, make myself known. A lot of people call it what do you call self promoting. I was
Yeah,
just trying to, I didn't understand the whole YouTube algorithm thing, so it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go out there and I'm just gonna introduce myself to other fellow collectors and content creators here in the community, and at the time, I'm one of those people that like to put, okay, my name is so and so, to show your channel some love, subscriber number, whatever. And I think I'm your subscriber. I'm in the hundreds. I don't know exactly
yeah,
what number I am.
yeah. You're OG.
Yeah, but I'm in the hundreds. I know that much, and that's how I found you. And then I found you, and then I also found, of course, Derek. I found
Yep.
Jason, aka Mustang Hunter. And so tell me, David. So I mean, how do you? Does it bother you if somebody's trying to make a name for themselves? If somebody reaches out to you and they say they're just trying to network with people, pretty much. They're trying to
Yeah,
network
yeah.
with you and
No, you know what, man? Like, I try and look at the
oops.
if I can lend a helping hand to a new creator, heck yeah, I'm there to do that all day. And like I would take a helping hand from anybody as well. Like it's all about sharing, collaborating, getting to know each other, and relationships. At the end of the day, it really is. You know, when I was a little bit younger, in one of my jobs, Adrian,
Hmm.
I did this thing where we all grew mustaches, right? For the whole month of May, you didn't shave your mustache. It was called Mustache in May. And
Gotcha.
here's where I'm going with this. When people started like trying to say their mustache was better than mine, or vice versa, it's not a competition. It's a celebration of all our mustaches. And so that's what I'm thinking about when I think about all these channels. It's like, man, it's not a competition between my channel, your channel, anybody's channels. We're all just celebrating the hobby that we love. And, that's why I'll never worry about helping anybody else out or asking for help when I can. Like, it's just getting the information out there to more people.
I agree 100%. And back to what you were saying, I mean, it's about having fun. I mean, yeah, I mean, if your channel grows and you prosper in the process, I mean, the more power to you. Kudos to you as well. But I personally don't see anything wrong with people trying to reach out for support or for help or for and I'm me, David, I'm a giver. I like to help.
Yep.
Unfortunate, and we'll talk about your little
yeah
your little you have like a toy drive or something like that. We'll get into that in a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't know about yours until later on. Otherwise, I would have gladly lent you a hand.
Sure.
Way before. But so what's what are your plans with your channel? I mean, what can your viewers expect?
A great question.
Other than what we already know.
Okay, great question. So what is the future of TWYCE Diecast? The fun thing is like, I don't think about that really. Like, I don't like want to have a target and plan to hit it. And I know that sounds kind of contrary, but for me, it's not really like a business that I need a business plan. What I would love to do, and kind of like a dream, Adrian, is to be part of events where collectors get together and trade or swap or sell, or like conferences. Like, I would love my name to be out there and to be part of it as like a, some sort of person contributing to the betterment of the hobby. Now, to make it more, to give you something tangible, I'm going to keep showing the weird, obscure cars that hopefully you haven't heard of, and that people come to TWYCE Diecast to see the stuff that it's a little bit out there, a little bit plain, a little bit boring, but cars are cars and we all love them. And I think they all have a place in the spotlight at some point. So you'll see a little bit more of that.
It's good that we all have something. It's just such a vast space. We all have something to offer. We all like collecting different castings or multiple castings, and I mean, you have an amazing collection, David. A little birdie told me that you have about 100,000 cars.
No, that's a different David. That's not me. I hate to burst everybody's bubble. There is, I know a David that has that many. I know a couple Davids that have that many, but it ain't this David.
Gotcha.
And listen, man, that's by design. Like, what am I going to do with 100,000 cars? Now, if you have that and you appreciate it, more props to you. But for me, for this guy, I don't have the room. I don't have the passion to collect that many. I don't have the money for all that. But what I do have is a real desire to like put some of the extras that I have in other people's hands, because they can't get them where they live. I'll probably never have that many cars, just between you and me and the thousands watching this. But at one time I did have a lot more than I do now. But man, I love giving them away. And it's weird. The more I give away, the more cool stuff finds its way to my house. So it's just like this, if you think about like a bucket, if you got a tiny little hole in the bottom of your bucket, that water only fills often. But if you got a big hole in the bottom and you're just constantly cycling stuff out, you got more water dumping in all the time. And that's what I like to think is happening, is that cars are coming in and we're sending them right out the back door.
Nice. Yeah. those of you guys that don't know, David has a huge heart. He's a giver. He likes to do giveaways and stuff like that, and he's got an amazing collection. And, to just one brand or one one genre of cars. I mean, you like pretty much a little bit of everything, and that's what's cool about your channel. Now, how's Diecast Media going?
Oh, well, funny to ask. So Diecast Media, if you don't know, and we are kind of new, I'll just give a real brief description. It's a channel that if you guys know Chuck Ellis, Flying Valiant Custom Builds, Chuck used to have that channel, Flying Valiant. Well,
yes,
he graciously switched that channel to Diecast Media Network, which is what you're seeing here, and
right.
that is the primary place for Diecast Breakdown, a podcast that I do with Chuck and Mark at Dotson Man Diecast, and we've had some of the biggest guests in our hobby. We've had them on this show talking about diecast cars, and we're talking about some pretty heavy hitters.
Yes.
Bruce Pascal, Brendan Vitusky, Rapid Nismo, all the movers and shakers in our hobby.
Mike Zarnak. I mean,
Mike Zarnak, that's right.
Yeah, he's such. That guy is awesome. I mean, he's one of the one of the pioneers. I mean, it's great to have someone like Mike who's so knowledgeable. I mean, you could and he's very accessible. If you have a question about any particular casting, Hot Wheels related, may I add?
Yeah.
I mean, he'll give you an answer. So he's a very, very humble guy. I believe he's a teacher, right, in New York.
I think so, yeah, or Virginia, right around there, maybe.
Gotcha.
I'm getting him confused with somebody else. I don't even know if we talked about where he lived, Adrian.
Yeah. He's. I know he's in New York because
Okay.
he's mentioned a few times that it's hard for him to it's hard for collectors to find cars in or at least where he's at. I don't know what part of New York he's in, but yeah, it's such an awesome. He's such an awesome person, and I'm glad that he opened the doors to you guys. He volunteered his time to to share some of his knowledge and other things with you guys. That's I mean, you got,
Yeah, and and we're not done, man. We're coming after all y'all. Everybody, hobby. We'll get to you eventually. We just been, man. We've really been blessed with some cool names out there. Chad Reed is the head of marketing for Round 2, which is Auto World. Johnny Lightning, Racing Champions. So his interview, he showed castings that had never been seen before, like prototypes and stuff.
Wow.
And in on a secret right here, guys, on Big A's podcast, we've got the president of Mini GT coming up very soon. That interview's already been done, locked and loaded. And
nice.
What Mini GT is about to do is pretty awesome. Stuff you would never expect from Mini GT. We all know that brand and love it, and we kind of think we know where.
David, I think we lost you for a little bit. Can everyone else hear me and see me okay? Looks like David froze off a little bit.
Man, I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Big A. I'm not going to risk this again. I'm going to go up where my router is. So we're going to go on a little tour.
Gotcha.
I don't know where we blanked out there, but I was just saying, you might think you know what Mini GT is all about, but they're going to do some stuff for a whole genre of collectors.
Nice.
That they haven't done in the past.
Nice. Yeah, Mini GT is on a whole different level. I mean, I love I love the Toyota Supras that they make. I mean, it's just the livery that they use and everything on those models are just phenomenal in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's one of the best brands. All right, good. My son's not in his game area, so I'm gonna take it over.
Cool.
I hope the sound and picture's a little better now.
Okay. Yeah, no worries, David. I'm just happy to have you, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm thrilled to
Well,
be.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's awesome that you guys put your heads together. As a matter of fact, Flying Valiant is another one of the first YouTubers that I reached out to when I was starting my channel, and he was very supportive and he welcomed me with open arms, and I'm still subscribed to his channel and vice versa, and yeah, there's just a lot of great people here in the community. A lot of people think that their heads also get big, and
Yeah,
they're not approachable, and that's not the case. I mean, look at Jakarta Diecast, and Mike. I mean, that guy is huge, and I saw the whole interview.
yeah.
Are so humble, and it's he truly is an inspiration to all of us in the diecast community, I think.
That's a that,
It's like he's living proof that if you can dream it and you could achieve it, and you just have to put in the time, the effort, and more importantly, you have to believe in yourself, and there are no barriers. Once you do that, you could accomplish anything.
that's a
And
perfect example, Adrian. And he told us on that interview, he was like, I don't do it to sell them because I don't want to change my motivation for why I do my art.
there we go. Now our heads are about the
Yeah, there
same.
you
Okay.
go.
All right. Cool.
Uh, and I thought that was really cool. Like he never set out to be this customizing empire that he's got now.
Wow. Yeah.
And for him to hop on a channel like ours with maybe a couple thousand subs, that says something to me too. Like he is humble. Really cool guy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, approximately how many cars would you say you have in your humble collection, David?
Okay. Yeah, no, fair question. Everybody wants to know that. I want to know that about all y'all too. Uh, let's see. I know this is crazy, but I have emptied out probably 14 of those two-sided jammers, with the
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so I've probably downsized my collection by about 1,500 down to, I know it's crazy, probably down to about 600 or 700 cars. Most of them, most of them are all uh, like premium, like
Right.
a little bit higher end stuff. I don't have a whole lot of main lines left, man. I keep some for customizing and stuff. Everything I have is displayed on a shelf, kind of like that one you saw behind me earlier.
Right.
Um, so I don't have a whole lot sitting in a closet, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha. Gotcha. For some reason, I thought, I mean, you show so many cars, you showcase so many of them, people like, or at least some people like me are led to believe that you have like this huge collection, at least like, at least 5,000, 10,000 plus.
You
And
know,
that's why I asked that question. But yeah, I mean that's awesome. I mean it's still pretty good amount of cars to have in your collection.
that's where a lot of those giveaways come, Adrian. A lot of that stuff you see, I'll showcase it and then I'll pack it or package it back up and put it aside for a giveaway. And I do those 2 or 3 times a year. Or, I'm donating a lot at the end of the year to like Samaritan's Purse or making a shoebox for little kids and stuff like that.
That is so awesome. All right. So speaking of the your little you have like a
Like,
what's it called?
hey, yeah, I know where
Yeah.
you're going. We want to do an international day of giving.
Exactly that.
And that
Tell us
sounds
about
more,
that. Yeah.
I mean, that it sounds more formal than it is. All it is, look, guys, some of us got 10, 15,000 cars. Let's put aside 10, 15, 20, maybe more, whatever you're comfortable with. And let's donate them right before the holiday season, because I forget who
You see,
said
let
this.
me.
Andrew, Maple Leaf Customs. You guys know him, right? Uh,
Yes.
so Andrew says one car equals one smile. And he says he donates, and well, he doesn't say, he does. He donates every car, every custom he makes to Goodwill, because he believes that one car equals one smile. And for our hobby, I mean, what is $1 for us to put something in a kid's hand to make them happy? That's like the least amount of investment you can do to really brighten somebody's holiday spirit. And that's what I want to do. So October 1st, if everyone will just keep it in the back of their mind, think about it if you want to do it. If not, no big deal. But we've designated on Diecast Breakdown that October 1st, we're just going to make it a day where we give cars locally to wherever you live. And if you want to film yourself giving it to someone or dropping it off, and then we can compile all these and make this really cool kind of recap video of all the people around the country and around the world that are taking their hobby and doing something good with it by donating not much to a charity, a church, wherever. Like, it's just such an easy thing to do. But kids that never have these toys, man, it's like, you don't want to say it's life changing, but it can be, man. And for what? What did it cost us? Some main lines that we would have passed over anyway, some fantasy cars that nobody likes. You know what? It's a no-brainer for us. We thought, how cool would it be if the rest of the world saw the diecast community putting our words into action, and being charitable. So that was the idea behind it. And I would love for everyone to spread. This isn't a diecast breakdown. This isn't a diecast media, and it's definitely not a TWYCE diecast thing. This is just something I hope our community could get behind and do. It's easy, and you can make a whole world of difference.
Thank you, David, and of course, Mark, aka Mr. Mark McCockfield,
There you go.
for being quote unquote the trendsetter on the whole
Heck yeah.
giving and doing some charity drives and donating them to a charity of your choice. May it be the Children's Hospital or
Yep.
an orphanage or whatever. Because most of us are very fortunate to be where we are. We get up every day. We could go to the store and buy Hot Wheels, but they're not. There are families out there that are really struggling to make ends meet. There are kids out there that really don't have anything to play with. So I mean, like you said, I mean, if you could put a smile on a children's face, that's more than
Yeah.
that's worth more than $1 million, man. And I've said this when Mark first started spreading the word about his charity drive to Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
I said this on my live stream. Like, look, our platform has to be a bit bigger than ourselves. It can't just be about us. Let's use our platforms, to spread the word and do positive things in our communities. Because
Yep.
a lot of people have this idea. Like, I don't know about you, David, but I've had a lot of people posting some very negative comments. Oh, it's because of people like you I stopped collecting. You guys take all the good stuff and leave nothing behind, and this and that. So I mean, if people could see the good works that we do, they could probably we could probably help change the minds of not all of them, but at least some of them, so that I could say, oh, okay, this community is not all that bad.
Yeah.
There are people who are caring and are giving, and they they're not what we thought we were. So
Yeah, it's always, you don't hear about the good usually. You only hear about the negative things, and those, in my job, I've had some training where they say that if you have a good review about a company, then you'll tell about two or three people. But if you have a bad experience with a company, you're going to tell about 10 to 20 people. So people love drama, people eat it up, and they want to spread it. And so, yeah, we're going to hear the bad comments way more often than the good, but you can't deny the good when it happens to you. And you're right, man. Like we can't just talk about it. We got to be about it sometimes, right?
amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So have you gotten any of those comments too, David? And if so, how do you deal with with people like that?
I thankfully, let me tell you this, Adrian. Like, you know how people say the algorithm hates me. Well, I, my videos typically get between 200 to 300 views, and it's a lot of faithful guys like you and people on this stream. Um, and a lot of them just, I don't know, for whatever reason, they just never make it any further than that. But that's okay, because for me, having the interaction with my fans and my faithful ones, I think maybe somehow I avoid a little bit of the negative people, because
Right.
a lot of those just kind of pop in, throw some word grenades, and then dip out for the better reason, better lack of a better word, and then you never see them again. It's almost like people like starting stuff and then they hit the road. Um, to answer your question, I have gotten a few, and the last one I had, Adrian, somebody got their feelings hurt
Wow.
because they had given me a gift and I had forwarded it on. And it wasn't like a custom or anything. It was a car that they bought for me.
Right.
And it's a touchy subject because you want to hang on to everything people give you. But I was talking to somebody who had never experienced that brand, loved it. And I said, you know what? I've got 3 of the same versions of this car. Let me send you one of these. And
Right.
so when that guy's video posted, the guy who gave it to me initially got upset. And I would too, if I'm in his shoes, if I'm thinking about it. But what I did was I sat down, wrote a nice long email telling him, where my heart was, like why I did what I did. And after that, we're cool. Like he's like, all right, I get it. So to make a long story short, I go straight to the source. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'll apologize. But if I'm not, I'm still going to reach out to you. I'm going to explain why I did what I did or said what I said. I mean, at that point, it's on you if you want to forgive me or not, or move on or what. And now, we're totally cool. This dude and me, we're 100% fine talking again. No worries. So that's how I will approach it in the future if I get some troll, on my channel.
Yeah. No. And that's a good way of handling things. I mean, I think people are going to get hurt or upset no matter what we do, and we all have different perspectives and different ways of seeing things and stuff like that.
Yep.
But like you said, I mean, if somebody has a problem with something you did or you didn't do or whatever, or something was worked out between you and that other person, I mean, don't be civil, and don't post it out there. Just
Yeah.
yeah, keep those things private, because whether we like it or not, David, people, depending on how long you've known that person, is that's who that person or people are going to side with. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, it's I think problems should be resolved and handled amongst the party or parties involved, and that's it. Don't start trying to burn other people, putting
Yeah.
making them look bad and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't think that's right.
You know where I get a lot of my strategies from The Godfather. A lot of my
The
life lessons
Godfather.
came from
Yes.
The Godfather. And shout out to Eddie, but I'm talking about the real one right now. I'm talking about Don Corleone, who
Yes.
always he said, never tell anybody outside the family what you're thinking. If you're not, just like you said, if you're not in this, don't put out your dirty laundry for everyone else to see. Keep that inside.
Amen. Amen.
So
So, well, that's awesome, David. What other plans do you guys have for like Diecast Media? I mean, I know that you guys have like a special guest in the works and
yep,
stuff like that.
yep.
So, I mean, what what
So
other plans do you guys have for that?
we kind of have a really cool vision, Adrian. Diecast Media Network. One day we want it to be the channel that a lot of people go to for different diecast content. So Diecast Breakdown, that's going to be your anchor show, like your main source of news and info. But we're going to do stuff like Destination Diecast, where we spotlight specific really cool diecast stores around the country and maybe overseas if we get enough interest overseas, where you can introduce new places to find diecast to people in other parts of the country in case they ever go over there. Like uh,
That's really cool.
Chuck did one on the Cubby Hole in Phoenix, one on Diecast Extreme in Coleman, Alabama. And I've heard from people that I was going to pass through there and I decided to go and check it out. And man, it was awesome. Thank you. So we're doing that. And then part of every Diecast Breakdown show, Adrian, we try and do a small channel spotlight, like new creators under 700 subs. We want to give them a little bit of exposure.
Give them a boost. Yeah.
Yeah, just to hype them up just a little bit. And we want it to be like a launch pad for new channels and new creators. That's one.
That's awesome, David. That's awesome. I mean, we all, everyone who's starting out. I mean, it's a very competitive space, and it's gonna, there's more and more and more people, getting into this space. Some of them for all the wrong reasons. I don't need to throw names out there. You know exactly
Right,
what I'm talking about. So, what would your advice be to people who want to start a YouTube channel on Diecast?
Can I quote? Am I allowed to quote Dotson Man Diecast?
Absolutely.
So, Mark, I was listening to his podcast the other day, and he's like, "Quit talking about it. Just do it. It's good. Your first video is going to be terrible. Pick up your camera, pick up your phone, make a video. Fumble your way through it, sound awkward, and then get a little bit better each time. If you go back and look at my first video, man, it's pretty cringy, Adrian. I'm looking at some cars. My camera is like fuzzy. The lighting is terrible. I had written out a whole page and a half script of what I was going to say because I was so nervous. And now, man, you look at it, and here's what I would tell people. Number one, you just got to pick up your phone and do it. Number two, just talk like you're talking to 2 or 3 dudes who like cars. Just talk about the cars and why you like them, and just like you were hanging out with some dudes. You're not, we're not doing TED Talks. We're not breaking down anything complex here. Cars are cars, and we all know why we like them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's really cool. A lot of people they worry too much about what others are going to think, or they worry. It's kind of like transitioning from childhood to adulthood, right? I mean,
Yeah.
kids they want to be accepted. They don't want to be rejected. They don't, and I get it, but at the same time, it's how the world works. I mean, if you don't, if you don't start by crawling and walking and running, then you're never going to know if you're gonna make it or fail.
That's
You know,
right.
I mean, the world belongs to those who dare to try something new. Because I mean, if you get caught up like in what other people say or people putting you down, there's too many people doing this already. You shouldn't do it. You're just gonna fail, and don't listen to that noise. I mean, I'll be the first one, to admit that I was this close to like shutting down my channel. Why? Because I thought that I wasn't getting the response that I wanted. But I just figured out a way to get better. I'm still not the best. I'm still learning as I go, and I mean, I've just find a way to get better and better and better and better. And luckily, by the grace of God, I'm doing it, Peter, as Mark would say.
That's right. That's right.
I'm doing it, and to those of us who have been around for a while. Derek's a great guy. You could reach out to Jason, aka Mustang Hunter. I know he's very resourceful. He's helped Mark out with his banner, and yeah, I mean, I could help you out. I'm not the best. I'm still learning, but any tips that I could give you, I'm here for you guys. I'm sure David is available and stuff like that. So
100%.
yeah, guys, don't be afraid of don't get too concerned about what people are going to think, or don't just try it. Just go out there and do it, man. Just like Mr. Nike said, just do it.
There you go.
Just do it. And if you fail, you fail. I mean, it's just it's like the saying goes, when one door closes, another one opens. Maybe it's God's way of telling you, okay, let's try something new. I'll tell you what, David. I mean, I never thought that I was going to be doing this. At growing up, I was very introverted. You would never know. You would never know. And now you can't get me to shut up. But yeah, growing up, yeah, I always kind of like I just kept myself in my own little shell all the time. And then I mean, thank God, I mean, over time, I just broke out of my shell, started getting out of my comfort zone, and here I am today. I mean, I'm living my best life. I'm doing what I love. Doing YouTube, hanging out with you guys. Doing these interviews, this podcast with you guys. And that's where I see myself going. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people, and picking their brain here and there, and just trying to be resourceful, and spread the word about other people's channels and what they do, and stuff like that. And yeah, David, thank you very much for being such an awesome person, such an awesome friend, a giver, and for being a positive influence in our community, man. You're well loved, well respected. I don't need to tell you that. And yeah, just keep doing what keep doing what you're doing, man. I mean, yeah, and if you guys want to support David, you know where he's at. Go follow him. You're also on Instagram, right, David?
I am. Yeah, just got on there. Same, just all same name, all pushed together. TWYCE Diecast. I'd love to have you drop by my page. I don't know what I'm doing, but you can watch me in my nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't worry about that, David. I'm pretty much the same way. Everything that I do, I just kind of wing it, man. I mean, I don't like to do scripts, and I'm just not that guy. I mean, I just like to wing it. And sometimes when you do that, that's when you have the best results.
Listen, let me as we kind of wind down, Yogi at Jakarta Diecast, he took that to heart. Like, you stay in your lane, you do what you like, You don't do what the trend is. You do what you like, what you're good at, and what you want to get better at. And the results, they will follow you. Like, you do what you want to do, and if you put your heart and your passion into it, the results will come. And if you start chasing everything else everyone else is doing, you'll never get anywhere, because all you're doing is spinning your wheels, chasing people all the time. So just what you said, Adrian, focus on your craft, do what you do, and the results will come.
Absolutely, that's some great advice, David. To be honest with you, you're the very first person who's been who I've formally interviewed. I mean, I've had people before and I've asked them questions, but never to the extent to what I'm doing now with you. And thank you so much for for lending your time to me and for sharing your thoughts and everything. Everything that you do, I mean, it's well appreciated. Keep doing what you're doing. If you need help with whatever, don't feel free to reach out. I'm here for you, and we love you, man.
Yeah, well, man, back at you, and same. Like, I just want to get cars in people's hands, man. That's what I love doing. Um, I looked back, Big A, at all the prize winners from TWYCE Diecast giveaways, and it really warmed my heart, because half of the winners were outside the U.S. So we sent stuff to Slovakia, Romania, Australia, Malaysia, Sweden, and it's amazing. This is the best time ever to be doing what we're doing, because we have the means of connecting with everyone around the world. And our hobby is one of the few that is globally accepted. So we got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it goes back to what we were saying before. We want people to see, we want people to see that we're not all about just taking quote unquote taking all the good stuff off the pegs and keeping everything to ourselves, or or reselling, or whatever the case may be. No, no, no. I mean, there's a reason for at least some of us why we do what we do. Yes, I mean, I like castings that I like. I do take more than one. I'll take one or two. I like to keep one open, one carded. Sometimes I'll pick a third one just because I want to swap out the wheels on it, or what have you. But I take and do other things. So it's good. Yeah, I mean, by all means, don't think that we're scalpers, or that we're selfish, or there's a lot here that are willing to help. Just reach out to to us in a positive light, in a positive way, and we'll help you if we can. I've done I've helped out people with cars that they can't find in their areas because of the whole scalping thing.
Yeah.
And as a last question, David, how is the whole collecting community in Alabama? That's where you're at, right? Alabama?
Oh man, dude, this is a hot area, man. Um, Diecast Extreme is one of the best diecast stores in the world. There's another diecast store right down the street from it. We're in Alabama, where I live, is right under Nashville, right under Huntsville, right beside Atlanta. There's a big car show every 6 months outside of Atlanta. This is a very fertile ground for diecast collecting. So I'm loving it out here, man. If
Nice.
you guys ever are in the area on your way to the beach, hit me up, please. I'll give you tons of places to look and people to get in touch with. You will enjoy the detour, I guarantee you.
Nice. And these places, like these cubby holes in your area, do they sell at reasonable prices, or are they pretty exaggerated prices?
Diecast Extreme is almost, it's almost less than retail, Adrian. Like, we got 20, 30-year-old Hot Wheels on the cards, immaculate cards for $1.25.
Whoa.
vintage Matchbox for $1 to $2. Now he's got everything. He's got red lines that are, multiple thousands of dollars, and he's got rooms full, 100,000 cars of old mainline Hot Wheels. So it's the entire spectrum of, collectability in terms of cars.
That's pretty awesome, David. I mean, I think that's good that that you guys are sharing different spots, because a lot of people seem to think that they could only find the good stuff like at the Targets and the Walmarts of the world, and that's not true.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, if you shop around, if you if you do some research, you'll find that there are other places besides Target and Walmart and your grocery stores where you could find great looking pieces at reasonable prices.
Yep, absolutely.
Ridiculous prices for like a super treasure hunt or whatever. So that's that. So that's great, David. Thank you for very much for doing that. You and you, Vic, and yeah, that's good, man. So that's another resource for you guys. I mean, if you guys that are here, you guys that are watching, they'll be more than happy to share with you, what spots to hit if you're looking for a diecast at a fair price. And I'm sure these places have websites as well, David, right? I mean, you could shop online, and you don't have to pay those ridiculous scalper prices for good castings.
Yeah, that's right. I think just FYI, currently Diecast Extreme right now I think is only on Facebook, but they're definitely there. David is the guy who owns it, not me, but it's another one, and he ships out all over the world. And he knows, somehow he knows his inventory, Adrian. You ask him, hey, have you got a 2018 Mustang with this certain wheel variation? He'll know it. And you're like, what are you, a robot? Because he's got a couple 100,000 cars, but he knows what he has. It's amazing. So
yeah, he's the diecast Google.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right. Yep.
That's awesome. All right, David. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna allow the guys here to ask. David, to conclude.
Yeah, bring it on.
Say it loud and say it proud. It's not.
Oh no.
It's not about the money.
It's about the
cars.
All right, yes. We got to practice that. Adrian, we got to practice that. I messed it up. That's on me.
Yeah,
we'll get it right next time.
Yeah, I promised Derek that that I would use his hashtag at at the conclusion of the live stream, and it's all right. At least the important thing is getting the wood out there, and it's true. It's about collecting. It's about the car. And it shouldn't be about the money. So,
well, right. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, I'm all yours, man. Fire away. I'd love to answer or however you want to do it.
David's all yours. He's here. Take advantage. Honest Diecast. Hey, Lil, that he loves that saying. That's awesome.
Derek sounds smoother when he says it.
Yes, it's not about the car. It's not about the money. It's about the cars. Yes, sir. Amen. Rapid Nismo. Rapid Nismo showed us the custom juke. That
yeah.
That is awesome.
Man, that was Adrian, that might be my favorite custom I've ever done.
Nice.
All right. Sophia's got a question about meeting Chuck. How did you and Chuck meet? I started commenting on his build videos, and Chuck, I mean, if you didn't watch Flying Valiant build videos, they're ridiculous, man. Like he'd crank out just freaking works of art, like weathering and denting and all that. And so I just started commenting on his videos, and I was just like kind of fanboying, and he just started replying back, and then I replied something about a thing he was ordering from England, and we got in and kind of made it a joint shipment, and it just kind of took off from there. We started swapping packages, and that's what I do. I try and schmooze people by sending them cars, and that's how I.
Spreading the love, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Eddie
That's
awesome. Eddie G says, "What do you think about the Holden Monero Premium Hot Wheels dropping?"
Tell you what, that thing, Eddie, is going to be number one. It is going to go like hotcakes in Australia. I would hate to try and find that thing over there, but I think it's awesome. I've got some Holdens by Beyonce and Aussie Road Ragers, and those are cool cars, man. Super cool.
Nice. Rico Bobby, what do you think about the DeLorean RLC?
Have you seen the new one? It is. There's going to be an old and a new.
I've seen
side by
yeah.
side. Yeah, it's pretty rad. I'm really. I've got my eye on it, sure.
Is always always be about the cars. Absolutely.
Now that David right there, he's going to be closer to that 100,000 car mark than this David right here. I know that. Yeah, he's a cool one.
Nice. About stores not getting cases.
All right, so we got to speak with reverence. The Godfather's in the house, so you have to be serious now. Eddie, yeah, it's rough, man. And every case that I see, man, it's like rats attacked it before it ever even made it out onto the floor. Every case that I see has been ripped open and gone through 3 times before any of them make it out of the box. It's right now, it's just a feeding frenzy. Same thing down here in Alabama. We don't have anything.
Yeah, I think it's been a problem, in a lot of stores, unfortunately. And it's unfortunate that store managers allow their employees to get first dibs on the stuff before anyone. That puts us in a huge disadvantage. I think. I mean, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, to me, in the fair world, in the perfect world, employees should not should not be allowed to touch anything. Employees should not be allowed to go search the back room for specific castings or anything for anything or for of any collectibles, maybe Hot Wheels or wrestlers or Star Wars or anything like that. And customer, the response should always be, and you could agree or disagree with me. We put them out when we put them out, and that's it. I'm sorry, we're not allowed to check anything for you. That way, everyone has a fair chance to find what they, what we're all looking for. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So,
Tide or War Eagle, Dane Self. You're gonna put me on the spot, trying to get me in trouble with family. My son just got accepted, so that means, do I like Alabama or Auburn? And you got to pick one over here. I'm actually from Louisiana, so I am neutral. I am Switzerland. I like my alma mater, Louisiana Tech, but my son is going to go to Auburn next year. So nice. I guess it's War Eagle for this guy.
Congratulations on that. My son starts his first year of college tomorrow. Very, very, very proud of him. He got a full ride to Cal State Fullerton.
Heck
very,
yeah.
Very, very proud of him. Yep.
Yeah, good job. You raised him right.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, when I leave, and I told my wife this, we might have never became rich or anything like that, but at least we did something right,
Yep.
We educated our kids right. We we taught them, how to be successful and for them to grow and become better than ourselves, which is, the goal.
Yep.
Rapid Nisbel, thoughts on the Eve Dodge? Personally, I'm a fan. I think it looks mental. really mean and better than the petrol ones. Can't wait to see some really moving.
Man, Aaron, I haven't seen the new EV Dodge, but I know, I mean, it can't be better than a Juke. So,
That's
if
for
it's
sure.
what is it really?
That's for sure. Yeah, it's funny, David. I went to a Hobby Lobby yesterday. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. Oh God, there it is. And I found this guy right here.
Heck
You know
yeah.
me. This is my. This car is my jam. So the cashier asked me, "Hey, I mean, have you heard about the new EV Challengers and and
Huh.
than the gas operating cars?" I'm like,
Wow. Okay.
you know what? I'm like, I told him, look, I heard a reference, so I heard something like that in the news. The gas version of the Challengers, but I don't know very much about the EVs. Looks like apparently that's where the puck is going, where all the cars and stuff like that. So, told him, look, I don't know very much about it, to be honest with you. But what's the point? I mean, I would think that the more power, I don't know, the faster you accelerate it, the more energy it consumes. So I mean, it'll be more less likely for it to for you to travel very far on it. I don't know. That's my thinking. I could be wrong.
It's gonna be weird, man. I think in the UK and maybe in Europe by 2030 everything has to be electric. I don't think you can have a gas combustion engine in a new car back over there. Now I might be wrong, but I thought I heard that. So there's gonna be some pretty cool electric vehicles coming out to meet that demand.
Yeah, I know. Amazon for sure already committed that by they set a goal for by 2025 all their delivery vehicles are going to be electric.
Yeah,
So
wild.
Paco's Diecast, David, if you have to pick one brand, which one will it be and why?
Man, that Paco, a lot of different brands tick a lot of boxes, but if I could only buy one brand, man, I think I'd have to go big and go Tamika Limited Vintage. Like, there's just for me, I'm all about those old school Japanese and European cars from the 60s and 70s, and the level of detail can't beat it.
Yes, sir. From watching your channel.
Hey, that's my cousin Gary. He's from New Orleans, and I'm from Louisiana. And we don't look like each other, but we're cousins somehow. I know.
Yeah, yeah. Gary was also one of the first contact
Yep.
creators I reached out to him, and as well as Flying Valiant. He was another. Like I said, I mean, my channel and this, I'm like, look, hey man, I'm just trying to network with people, and I didn't
Yep.
again, I didn't understand the network, so I'm sorry, that's all I'm trying to do.
Right. Right. Right.
But yeah, some people don't they don't take they don't see it that way. They think that you're spamming or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to
No,
reach out.
your message was always pretty clear, Adrian. Like we all appreciate. I mean, you were always positive vibes, God bless them, and all that. So no, you're pretty. I think you're pretty safe. Looks like Dane Self, like he's questioning my Auburn allegiance. So I might have to give him a roll tide. So I think he's a tie.
Yeah, hold on. Wow, I think I went too far up in the comments. Oh, here we go. Dean Self. Okay, here we go. Honest Diecast, congrats on your kids, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Derek. I appreciate it, man.
Derek, happy birthday to Kaylani recently.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know it was her birthday, but happy birthday. And yeah, awesome. Rapid Nismo, nothing is better than a juke.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, it is a very interesting design. I'm not, it's not my cup of tea, but I think that design is pretty. It's unique. It's different. So I'll
All
I'll,
right.
I'll say that.
Fair point.
Rico Bobby Rapid is a jukebox hero. Yes, he is. Paco's Diecast. Rapid Nismo Juke is a car, a toy box. What is it? It's a juke.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
The
remember.
Juke.
Yeah, I remember when Toyota introduced the what was it, the Scion, the square looking cars.
Yeah, toaster.
Yeah, the little toaster cars. Yeah, and then other car makers followed.
That's right.
That's
Right.
fun. Yeah, then Nissan came up with was it
Cube.
the Cube?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had the Kia Soul with the hamsters driving it.
yeah. That Kia Soul is actually pretty cool. I do like that model. Rapid Nismo, you can't complain a bit on EV not going very far. When the petrol version gets what 0.0000001 miles to the gallon. LOL. Love you, Adrian. I guess.
That's cheeky, rapid, cheeky.
Yeah. TLD. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. And Bunker Diecast, that's Edward, right?
Yeah, he just
Okay.
recently changed his name to
Okay.
Podcast Channel. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
Edward Grijalba. Rapid
He,
Nismo. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, David.
I say he got a shout out on Dotson Man Diecast last podcast, and so I need to get to know him. He's been on my channel a lot, and I appreciate you, Edward. We'll connect. I'm lazy. I got to get to it.
Yeah, Edward Grijalba is he's a great supporter of not only my channel but everybody's channel.
Oh, that's Edward G.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, man. I didn't catch the name change. Eddie, man, Edward. I am sorry, brother. Like he and I know each other. We're good. I just didn't realize that was his channel.
Yeah. I didn't realize he changed his name until like 3 or maybe a month ago at the most is when I found out that I realized that he changed his name. He had to tell me because I kept referring to him as Bunker Diecast Channel, and it's like, oh, like somewhere in the middle of the live stream is when he told me, oh, Adrian, by the way, it's me, Eddie Grijalba. I just recently changed my name to this. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
That's good to know. Yeah, good to know.
So here's a question for me. Rapid Mizzle says, Adrian, any chances of you posting the link to join the chat? Well, it's if David doesn't mind, I'll do that. I'm pretty sure that Rapid Nismo wants to hop in and thank you for that custom that you made for him, David. So if you don't mind,
Yeah. More
okay. All right, Rapid. I posted the link, so there you go, brother. Diecast Life and Death. I heard the diecast car world is being required to build at least 50% of new castings to be EV models to help promote the whole EV movement.
Good grief, David. I hope not. I hope that's a joke.
Honest Diecast. Yeah, early birthday party this weekend. Birthday is on the 28th, but thank you guys. No problem.
Absolutely.
BJ's Customs, definitely a positive community. Awesome. All right. Rapid Dismo, add Derek happy birthday to her for her then. Okay. So here is Rapid Nismo. What's up, Aaron? How's it going, brother? Thanks for tuning in and thanks for being with us today. And of course, he's got to always make it a point to show that horrendous box mobile there.
Oh, look at him.
The questionable trees are still there.
Hey, check the drip, sir.
What's up?
Not much drip going on today.
What's up, Mr. Aaron? How you doing, man?
Hello there.
What's new? What would you like to share with us?
Well,
what would you like to share with us today? Make sure you don't break that bench out there in the patio, okay?
Oh, believe me, it's already in 3 pieces. It's the most destroyed I've ever seen anything. But we have a few things, mostly to do with the fella in the middle, David, a pillar of the community, you may say. Creating, I mean, you've gone from sort of simple sort of customs, you could say, to the more detailed ones. You can see the elevation of them, where you went from the logos, which are fantastic in their own right, to then recreating real life cars, which are almost one-to-one scale, brilliant. I mean, not one-to-one scale, but brilliant designs and brilliant details. And the techniques are spot on, something I need to try myself.
Thank you.
I mean, those Volvos, the lights on the back of them are fantastic. They are brilliant. I'm really trying to choose my words, probably because I can't phrase it how I want to, because it's just too complicated, which is quite odd. I'm never usually spoilt for words, but your customs are genuinely fantastic, as well as many countless other customizers on this platform and the community we've grown for ourselves. And it's a fantastic community, and I'm so glad to be in it. Wouldn't do anything else. I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather be in than this community.
Well, man, it's really good to have you in our community too, Rapid. We need a younger perspective every now and then, and you bring a lot of energy, and I think we all appreciate you, the effort you put into your photography and your channel as well.
It's difficult, but I get along with it. It's enjoyable, and as long as everyone else enjoys it, I'm quite happy to share.
All right, good deal.
Awesome.
Well, listen, I was happy to make that for you. It's not often that you come across somebody that I knew was going to be that receptive and that appreciative, and also a chance to do a car that I hadn't seen anybody else do. I mean, I'd never seen anybody do a juke. So why not?
I think there's one guy on Instagram who keeps tagging me, and he's done a custom one of his own, which is a white one, and it's pretty much almost identical to one you've done in the details that he's done included, which I think is fantastic. That you can go from platform to platform, and there'll be different hidden guys who get almost no attention, to then go on YouTube, and there's guys with varying different talents, but everyone could come together and create a similar product and unite themselves in the fact that their talents don't limit them, in the fact that they can't recreate something as well as, say, Jakarta, who is a fantastic, blow the doors down, customizer. To guys who are sort of not nearly close to his level, because no one is, I think is fantastic. I mean, I can barely customize. I've resprayed one Ferrari Testarossa, and that's it. I do plan on doing some more in the future, but as for right now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I just need ideas. I do have a certain white Corvette that I need to do at some point in the future, which is I believe a C3 or C4. C4, I think it is. That needs to happen and get sent to the lovely state of Alabama. I'm not sure how I'm going to get it there. I haven't even started yet, because I need to get ideas. I don't know whether I want to exactly recreate your Corvette, or if I want to sort of spark it up and pimp it, as Pimp My Ride Show would go against everything I stand for. I don't know if I want to put a big wing and put a big splitter on the front and make it sort of more of a GT3 car, or something in the middle. I'm not sure yet. I've just got to decide.
When I say Bosozuku, you know what that is?
I know Bosozoku. Japanese, big wing, big body kits.
I've never seen a Corvette in that style, so there might be an idea.
I have done custom body kits before, and it was for a Nissan 370Z. Funny story was, I was doing that in front of one of your guys' videos on YouTube, just having it play in the background, wasn't watching it, and I was cutting a little bit of wood to sort of make a rear wing out of, because I didn't sort of use plastic or anything. I used like a little bit of wood and was carving it with like a hobby knife, so really sharp, one you really need to be careful with. And I was being overly careful, didn't do any stupid risks, and then I sort of looked away for a second, came back, went back to what I was doing, and then realised I must have caught myself, and a line going from there all the way down there is a line of the knife that caught me, and if it had gone down maybe that much, it would have caught my artery. So I need to be very, very careful next time I do that, because that was quite close. Not a fun experience, because when I looked down, my 370 was covered in blood. So that's an experience I'll learn from.
Yeah, I tell you, that's a real point that sometimes we forget about when we watch these customizing videos, Adrian, is that we're using chemicals and power tools and knives. We can't be irresponsible when we make these videos and not put out warnings or just remind people to be careful.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. That's why I've always
safety
been like,
is of the utmost importance. Safety is of the utmost importance. So I just want to say safety is the utmost importance. And if you've got a fantastic custom that looks brilliant, it's of the standard of manufacturer plus quality, and it's got the details more than that, that's all great and all. But if you've done that in an unsafe and demonstrated that in an unsafe manner, nothing matters more than that or less than that. I mean, the cast is completely out of the direction if you've done that in an unsafe manner and trying to show people that in a dangerous way that might injure them. I think that goes past the custom.
right. Yeah, that's why I'm always like a little skeptical about showing how I do my wheel swaps, because it would really, even if I put a disclaimer out there, there's always you can't control what people do, like older, like adults do, let alone children. So it would really, really, I don't know, it would really, upset me if I were to find out that a child, tried to drill out a car because that's the way Big A does it.
Yep.
And
I
yeah,
agree.
that way, that's why I haven't done a video like that. I'm like me, I've been doing wheel swaps for quite some time. I probably shouldn't even be saying that either, because who knows who's going to be listening to this, but I feel comfortable doing it that way. I know how far I need to drill, when to stop, and stuff like that. I've been doing it for a while, but yeah, by all means, guys, use protection. That's number one. Do as we advise you to do, not as we do.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep, and also always cut away from yourselves, not towards yourselves.
Yes.
So, yes.
Don't do me.
Yeah.
It's not
Otherwise,
fun.
yep. Look at Mismo.
It's not fun. Don't do it. I mean, I wasn't even cutting towards myself. To be fair, I was cutting away from myself. But I just wanted to caught myself for that. Oh, it wasn't nice. The cleanup was not great. Let's just say my white T-shirt was no longer white. It was more tie-dye. It wasn't fun.
Oh my gosh. Oswaldo Ryder Diecast says, I drilled a hole in my hand. Wow, when I was getting Real Riders from the premium. Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
Nope. Ford 994, you haven't lived until you completely drill through your finger. I don't think so.
I think we should stop this conversation now.
Rico Bobby says, PSA, count fingers before and after customizing.
Well, no, you should count your hands before you customize, because I lost this one.
Eddie G says, or USU.
What is USU, Eddie?
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Oh, okay. Use a table saw. Make sure you still have both your middle fingers. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, another point in that is when you're drilling and you're holding that, you're drilling. So you hold the cast in this hand and you're drilling. Be careful of heat as well, because I've noticed when I've been doing it, they get extremely hot when you're drilling the post, because obviously friction. That the speeds of the drill and the friction that's caused by that, it's of course gets very hot. So be careful of that and make sure you take it off your skin every now and again, because it can get very, very hot when you're going at it for a long time. Be careful.
Absolutely. And guys,
that's a very overlooked point when customizing is heat. Be careful of that, because it genuinely can cause a lot of damage.
Yep.
Sorry.
Speaking of Eddie G, look who's in the house. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, guys, and I cannot stress this enough. Let the drill do the work. Don't apply any more pressure. May it be on the car. Don't pull the car towards the drill, or don't pull, or don't press into the drill bit. Let the drill do the job.
What's happening? That's why I invented the easy jig.
There you go.
Oh, I love the easy jig.
There you go.
Love it.
There you
You gotta
there
get
you
that
go.
easy jig. Believe me, I've been doing this for a long time. I drilled my hands out about 10 times in the years I've been doing it.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't
I got
like hearing
nice.
about this, Joe.
This is the
Let me give.
prototype, but I got a lot of nice ones coming. Oak, maple, poplar. They're being made now, guys. You got to get these things. I dropped the prices $5 on everything. Well worth it, believe me. And a lot of it goes to charity, a good cause. Make a few bucks on it, but like I said, I help out my community people around here and everybody in my area. All the charities, you know, it's a good thing. You got to take care of the people that take care of you in this business, and that's what it's all about. Like David says, you got to do what you got to do, and it's not all about ourselves in this community.
There you go.
And Eddie, remind everyone the two different options that you offer on that tooling. And
Oh
what
yeah, I got the options. I got. I'm making them bigger for haulers and trucks, and I give you
That's
extra
cool.
pads to raise the car in different positions. I'll do a video on it later. I opened up another shop. It's called J&E Customs, and it's out in Greenville, South Carolina. And I got one of my friends. He's a master carpenter. He's helping me create all these things. And if it wasn't for John Vandervelde, he's a good friend of mine. He taught me a lot in this business, and if it wasn't for John, this wouldn't be possible. And that's all I can say about that. I'm trying to make the hobby easy. I'm tired of drilling my fingers out, and I held cars in my hand, vintage cars that I bought at a flea market, and they disintegrated in my hand when I was drilling out the button head. And man, it hurts, man. It burns, and I didn't go to the doctors. I patched it up myself, and that was about it. But you know, it's well worth the investment. It's well worth the money.
And how much are you selling those, Eddie?
I dropped the price $5 on each level. I have regular pine ones that I made, and I painted them in blue. There's something like this. There's something like that. And I can put anything you want on it in vinyl. They're $20 plus shipping and handling. I was going to put them at $25, but I said, nah, let me go 20. And I got poplar. Poplar's a nice wood. You're going to see the clear finish, not painted. It's going to have a high gloss clear coat on them, and they're going to be $25 plus shipping and handling. I ordered boxes, 7x4x4 boxes to put them in. I ordered real nice screws to mount everything down. I ordered wing nuts because I changed the design on the clamp. I have a friend of mine that I purchased the clamps off of, and the wing nuts. If you go buy these wing nuts at Home Depot, I wanted to get them at Home Depot, but they charge you 97 cents a piece, and when you're gonna do 200 of them, that's $200 out the window. I found them on Amazon
You've got to start
them on Amazon for 53 cents a piece. It cuts my cost down a little bit. Anybody can make these. The thing is, if you go purchase this clamp at Harbor Freight's got them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit anybody, but you're gonna pay $13 for them. You can get the smaller ones for like $6, but the metal and the quality is not there. Harbor Freight, as you know, everybody knows. I'm going to tell you straight out. I'm honest with everybody. Harbor Freight don't have the best of tools. Most of the tools, 85% of the stuff at Harbor Freight is junk. And I don't like buying junk. All my tools, I got Bosch, Milwaukee. They're the best. You're going to pay a little more, but they're the best because I beat on my stuff. And I had DeWalt, I had Ryobi, and I do a lot of heavy work, like build decks and stuff and stairways, and I kill my tools, and I do like side work for people. The tools ain't gonna last. You're gonna buy something that's good and durable. You're gonna spend a little extra money, but it's well worth it. You can't beat the Bosch. You can't beat Milwaukee. I don't care what anybody says. Believe me, I've been in the business for 35 years, working construction, pouring concrete, and these tools hold up to a lot of junk, you know.
Yeah, I agree, Eddie. I stand by Milwaukee. I mean, they take a lot of abuse. I mean, they're not as fast as, let's say, Makita, but you know they could really take a lot of punishment, man. I mean,
yeah, like I said, like the clamps. You can get the smaller clamps at Harbor Freight like $6, and then you got to buy the wood. Oak and maple, not cheap. It's like $9-10 a square foot. And
Hey,
they're
honestly,
6 inches long, these pieces. It's going to cost me over $90 just for a piece of wood. But my buddy has a shop. It's called Revolutions Workshop in Simpsonville, South Carolina. And Jason's his name, and he's a master carpenter. He does great work. I get all my scraps off him. He gives me a good deal. I spend $70 to $80 on a whole bunch of scraps, and it cuts my cost way down. It averages like $1 a piece for a base. So it helps a
Nice.
lot on the cost.
Eddie,
And,
you could genuinely
I
sell
couldn't pass
ice
up the
to a
deal, you know.
snowman. You're so persuasive and genuinely a great businessman. You could genuinely sell ice to a snowman. That is fantastic.
Thank you very much. I appreciate everything from everybody.
Yeah, I told Eddie.
I'll have them out soon. I got a bunch being made up now. When I get them out, I'll put them off. I got to open up an Amazon store or something. And the cases I make, like, they're keeping me so busy. I sell them real quick. And I got 6-foot cases, 4-foot cases, 3-foot cases that I make. And I sell them reasonable. But the price, what it is people want the plexiglass put on the front. The price of wood is so expensive today, and the plexiglass is $75 a sheet for a 4x8 sheet of plexiglass.
Yeah.
You know, and to get a small sheet, it's like $35, $25, and I have to add that to the case. And I'm not even charging these people, and they laugh. They complain. I'm like, I can't do anything about it because that's what I'm paying for my cost. You want to go get the glass and bring it to me, and I'll put it in for you. That's, you go to Home Depot, David. How much is a piece of plexiglass?
Yeah, it's more than it should be for sure. I a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's the price of lumber is ridiculous. Like the 4x8 sheets, the 3/8 or 1/4-inch plywood that I buy for the backings. I was buying them for $11 a piece at one time. Now they're up to $21, $24 a sheet.
Oh,
you know,
$10.
Yeah, it's crazy. Half-inch plywood and 3/4 plywood's like $80, $50 for a sheet of plywood.
That's insane.
It's and it's hard for people.
Start your own logging business for cheaper.
It's hard for people that do creations like I do and make a few bucks. You can't, you got to charge ridiculous prices, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to put a cabinet like that up for $300 because the normal people in the community or diecast collectors, they don't. I call like ourselves. I think we're cheap.
Yeah.
Diecast collectors are cheap. Not saying, that I'm cheap. I don't like to go, I don't know how you guys do it and go buy all those Tarmacs and Tomicas and spend $25, $28. I'd never spend, I'd rather spend $75, $100 on a custom from Hewitt's or Old Man Diecast or whoever makes them,
Yeah, no, definitely not me. I mean, the most I've spent on is like maybe $15, and that's on the mini GTs, and that's only because I participated in a gift card. So I'm like, so get those. That's the only time. That's why I bought them. Yes, sir.
If you spend $15 on a cast, may I suggest a brand that I was informed of by the man on top of me right now, David, as he has shown me a brand named Schuko, which is German. I was aware of them beforehand, but wasn't aware of how brilliant they are. And this is my latest acquirement. It's the video that went up tonight. And if we show it off, bring the camera, it is just beautiful. It's not what to focus up right now.
Nice.
See if we can chunk that in. Yeah. But it is just beautiful, and the quality and the craftsmanship that's gone into it are fantastic. I mean, there is ultra tiny details on it. And something that really intrigued me was that, I'm not sure if you've got to say on the base either, it's all full metal. The details are fantastic. Mm-hmm. It's also held in with screws, which makes customizing, if I wanted to, which I certainly will not be, customizing is extremely easy with this, and there is no endangerment of drilling your fingers off or burning your fingers off, as Eddie has already told us, and horrified me of customizing.
Yeah,
and believe me, the easier you go drilling these things when you drill the button out and you're putting pressure on a bit. I use a 5/32 bit to drill the button out. Some people use a 9/64. But when you're drilling the bit out, it's surprising the way they make these castings today. you don't know what's going to happen. Like years ago, the castings were so hard, the metal was so hard, you got to bear down a little bit on the drill bit and put pressure on it. Now, when you're drilling, you're going to cause the car to slip. It's going to spin on you. Your fingers are there. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, it's if you're holding it, it's either going to come out of your hand, and then where's the bit going to go in your fingers, or the car's going to disintegrate and it's going to cut you somehow. It happened to me a few times. I'm sure a bunch of people out there. And I don't care what you say. People say, "Oh, it'll never happen to me." It will happen to you. Believe me. Knock on wood. I don't want it to happen to anybody, but it will. So, one time or another, it's going to happen.
I think David wanted to speak a little bit about the shoe core. I may be wrong, but I think he did.
Well,
Not sure.
I was just going to say, there's a lot of brands in that price range that you get so much more detail than you would think. And, they're cheaper than an RLC. And to me, they look a little bit more realistic.
Completely agree.
Well, guys, like Aaron, it was a treat to make that juke for you. And Eddie, it's so good to catch up with you. I might have to start my 5-minute warning here, kind of getting pressure from my better half to help her get ready for a party we got a little later tonight. But this has been awesome. I'd love to do this more often.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
David,
we might have to have a live stream on your channel soon. It might have to happen.
David, a question for you.
Yes, sir.
On the cars that you collect, I've noticed a lot of different cars from like Tomica, M2, and a lot of cars, they're getting away from the button in the rivet post. They're using screws.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're trying to get away from the danger of drilling out a post if you're a customizer. And my hats go off to those people that are doing that to the cars and already having it drilled out and tapped for the people that are inexperienced in doing customs. And they just have to use a Phillips screwdriver to take off the base to the body.
Yep. Isn't that amazing? What a nice
Eddie,
feature.
When talking about the cast that David, apologies, David, but I just wanted to say.
Yeah, no problem.
When talking about the cast that you collect, David, we cannot possibly forget about the many, 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 many multitudes of Chinese VW Passats. This is a core sort of thing on David's channel, if you did not know, where we see, every couple of months, we'll see a sort of AliExpress haul of Chinese-based brilliant diecast. And it's really opened my eyes up to how brilliant off-brand, you could say, brands can possibly be. I'd like to let David talk a little bit like that if you'd like to,
Sure.
as they are honestly fantastic.
This wasn't planned, Adrian. This wasn't a plant for him to ask me this, because I've got my next video is a haul from AliExpress. And for anybody that doesn't know, that's the Chinese eBay. And I use it to find cars that you can't find here in North America. And the haul that I've got now is going to be all vehicles that are only available in China for their consumption. So this is going to be brands of car makers you've never heard of, like Great Wall or Geely or
we have both those brands here. They're awful.
Do they? Okay.
They are awful. Awful cars.
Mainly they're available in China. If they've started exporting, then that's great. But this is going to be stuff that most of the Chinese auto consumers have to pick from over there. And I've got 6 of those vehicles up on a vehicle that'll come out next week. So I'd love for you guys to come and check them out, because it's for Americans. It's stuff that we truly don't see out on our street. And I'm pretty excited about it.
Cool. I always think it's pretty cool when you see this sort of really, really, really obscure to us mass-produced Chinese vehicles or Indian vehicles or anything like that we really don't see in the West. When they're produced and we get our hands on them and look at the design process and either compare about how similar our cars are, say BMWs and things like that, to these cars that have no real design focus, just to mimic the design vaguely. I always find that really interesting, how you always manage to find them. I really have no idea. I mean, you must be on AliExpress for years, just looking up and Googling random phrases and the finds you've gotten are genuinely brilliant, and some are brilliant or more fantastic than our Western brands, or some of them are at least, with the tiny obscure details and of course the lensed headlights, and brilliant overall quality.
Well, thank you, and that's what I like to show on my channel. I show everything, but I really love showing stuff that you hadn't seen before. So that's kind of my mission statement.
We'll have seen it.
Amen, brother. Well, Mr. David, thank you very much for always VIP on my channel. You don't need a special invitation. Feel free to hop in anytime you see me go live.
Awesome, Adrian. It's been such a treat. Eddie, Aaron, it's been awesome hanging out with you two as well.
Thank you.
I look forward to y'all's.
And as always, David.
All right, David.
Please stay juking.
Stay juking. Indeed.
Stay juking.
Stay juking, everyone.
See you guys.
Thanks, David.
All right, David.
Stay
Have a good one.
That's me. Ah.
Yay!
Ah.
Look at Rabbit and Wolf.
All right.
Look at that one, Rabbit.
Derek says Eddie's jig is really nice. I'm considering purchasing.
I gotta send Derek one. I gotta send some out.
Yeah, he says if you're still drilling by hand.
Really big, yeah. Sorry, AJ.
Yeah, he says if you're still drilling by hand, just use a slow, moderate speed, moderate pressure. No need to go. Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. Let the drill do the work, guys, and go really slow and play it. And definitely play it by ear. I mean, you'll eventually feel the car start pulling away from itself, and then you'll hear the little ring break off after a while. Once you feel the car pulling apart from the base, and you hear the rivet break, that means that you're done. You don't need to drill any further.
You know what the key to this jig is, Adrian? That you can drill the post and the button out all in one whack without even when you drill the button head out to keep the power inside the jig. Drill the button head out. A lot of people make the same mistake. I drill my post out first with the number 50 bit. I put the car right in the jig. Get the number 50 bit, drill right down into the car with the post. I mark my bit where I know where to stop. Right down. I go to the next side, drill it right down, and then I change bits. I put my 5/32 bit in, drill the button out, bang, drill the other button out, done deal. I take it out, I tap it, no problem. The metal bases are much even quicker. The metal bases, you can be harsh on it, and you're not going to ruin it. The plastic bases, that's what you got to worry about. But this thing, I do everything on one shot,
Eddie, you might agree with this. A good point to pull away from every bit of customizing and every advice we've sort of heard from tonight is every tip comes from a long amount or even a short amount of experience in the customizing field, whether it be from drilling out, painting, or anything else. It all comes with experience, and it all comes with having that time to develop your skills. As with anything, as with being in the workplace, jobs, cars, anything, it all comes with experience and time. And if you put enough time into it, you're going to get that, and you're going to become a master craftsman like these two people here.
I could be a master craftsman and everything, but we leave that up to the bigger boys. I do just simple stuff. I can go out and purchase all kinds of stuff and get crazy paints and get all kinds of Spectra Flame paints and do my shop over real good and put out $150 customs and stuff, but it's not about doing $150 customs or $100 customs. It's all about keeping the price reasonable, wheel swapping, decent paint jobs, some good detailing, and put them up for a price of $20 to $35. And that's what it's about. It's for me. That's what it's about for me. Like other people, they get more creative. Like Hewitt's and his cars are fantastic, and he can get $125 for his cars. And he puts a lot of time and effort. Derek, same thing. They put a lot of time and effort into these cars. Not that I don't. On my other bills, like my monster trucks, yeah, it's crazy. It takes a lot of time, but I like to keep things simple and keep it reasonable for the people that can afford customs. That's my take on it.
Yeah, and even if you were to sell them for over $35, Eddie, I think those who do customs, I'm still getting getting the gist of it. I'm still getting comfortable with it. But yeah, those who have been doing customs for a while, like yourself, Hewitt, Derek, if you were to sell them for more than $35, I'm sure that most of us would understand, because you can't pay for people's time, and a lot of people don't understand that the quality of the materials that some of you guys use to do those customs are better than what Mattel or the other.
I completely agree.
Yeah, see, I'm doing a gasser here.
100,000,000,000%.
I'm doing a gasser here. I detailed everything. I put a drive shaft in. I can do all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's all about the 3D parts. If you can get the 3D parts, like the nitrous bottles, in the seats, in the steering wheels, in the motors, you can create something amazing. And like,
There you go.
this is a 64 gas. I put the rib bars in there to hold it, like the frame, make it look authentic.
Yep.
I think by far my favorite type of custom is not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love customs when they're all cleaned up and sparkly and really nice showroom presentation, sort of the way they look. But my favorite type of custom are the banged up, rotten, dirty looking, customs that are just. I mean, they're weathered, they're beaten up, they're broken, they're dirty. But I love those, the abandoned ones where the doors are falling off and the wheels aren't there. I just love them because I think they look fantastic when you have tarpaulin there, and I just love those type of customs. I just love them.
Absolutely.
I do the wheelie bars, and I can get crazy. I can get really crazy. But I just do this for a hobby and put smiles on people's faces, and
absolutely.
With everything, it costs a lot of money. Like when Derek does a custom or Hewitt does a custom, and Rodney over there at R&D Customs, and they're expensive. People, you got to get decals, tires, the right paints. Like Derek's got the right high gloss, $15 to $30 a bottle. It's crazy. I don't even buy those cans.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You want to put out perfection, and that's what you got to do. My cars, they're not perfect. They're decent for the money, and that's what it's about.
Absolutely. Derek says, taking a mainline car and putting it on a monster truck body with crazy detail equals simple to Eddie. Make no mistake, Eddie's customs are wild. Yes, absolutely.
Derek can do it. He's no slouch. Derek he can do anything. He can do what Jakarta Diecast does too. It just takes patience and time. You got to put the time in. And Derek's got the knowledge. And Derek, the way Derek builds cars and the way he does his videos and everything, he researches everything. And that's what the internet's for. You research everything, and Derek's got the skills and knowledge. And I know we don't have a lot of the room that I have, but if Derek ever gets something like a nice room in a garage to do his customs, I'm sure Derek will be pumping out some $150 customs, and because he loves this hobby, he dedicates himself. A lot of people don't know how hard it is to do all the editing, and you guys that do it, and the time it takes to do customs, and the time it takes away from your family. And Derek's got the girl and the wife, and he's got a job. He works 40 to 60 hours a week, and it's hard. It takes a lot of toll out, and people don't realize that. And like that guy was saying to Pete on his custom, that he didn't want to give Pete $35. That guy ought to be ashamed of himself. That's $100 custom, $125 custom that Pete did on that gasser. And that guy, he should be embarrassed. That really pees me off when people do that to top-notch builders. And I consider Pete's a top-notch builder in my life. In
your book, yeah.
And Pete's got a lot of knowledge. Pete knows a lot. He's been around. He's no slouch.
Time is money, and money is time.
Yeah,
that's a good
like saying. I said, I mean, like I
Like I
said,
said, it's not always about the money. I mean, about the money that you put the time in, because you're never going to see that money. Hours and hours and hours and hours go into some of these bills, and Derek
A lot of this is
will
about
justify
passion.
that.
Probably, but I see what you mean.
And when
Amen.
you do a paint job and you're doing several coats, several layers, and then your primer, your base coats, and then your top coat, and then your clear coat, all that takes time. I had a guy rush me. I charged him like $45 for a build, and I had that into the car. Between all, he wanted certain brands of gloss coat, he wanted certain brands of paint and stuff, and certain tires, and he was arguing with me about $45, and I packaged everything up in a little box, and I sent it to him, and I said, "Here, you do it." I said, and then he sent it back to me 2 weeks later. He goes, "You're right, I didn't realize it." I'm like, "Dude," I said, "Dude, I'm not doing it to break your balls or hurt your feelings." I said, "It's a lot of work to these guys, and I had to grind out the wheel wells. I had to grind out the interior. I had a lot of cutting and sanding, and he wanted it perfect, and I had to make it perfect. And some of these castings are horrible to deal with, and you got to really sand them." And Derek will testify to this. Sometimes the more you sand the casting, the worse it gets. The dimples open up even more and more, and it creates a nightmare. Now you got to putty it, and now you got to make sure you get the right putty so it don't shrink too fast and it don't crack when you put the paint on it. Believe me, there's a lot. If you want to do a real nice custom, and you want to add flares, you want to add a bottom flare to it, or you want to add a fin, and you want to extend this and extend that, there's a lot of work to it. It's not that easy.
Absolutely. We have guys. Please welcome Guy from Igloo Hockey County. How's he going, brother? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you doing?
Bird.
I hope all is well. What's going on? What you got for us?
Not too much. Superbird here, if you're all wondering.
Oh, you changed your name, huh?
Yeah.
Sneaky little person.
You
Sneaky.
You
committing mass tomfoolery as usual.
Nice.
Sneaky. Oh, I like that display. I like the LEDs. I'm getting ideas. I'm liking
that's
that.
cool.
Absolutely.
Hold on. Let's see.
And of course, the dog's got to start barking.
Yeah.
Sounds like my dog.
Always.
I'm liking that.
These are.
DeLorean is fantastic.
Yeah, these two supers are the only two supers that I'm missing in my collection. I hope to get them soon. I really, really hope to get them soon.
Work a trade out with them. I made a super like that, a custom. I made a custom, and I sent it to Chuck at Flying Valiant, Diecast Media Network.
Yeah. Superbird just got that one that not too long ago, right? Superbird.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's no way I'm gonna work out a trade. I'm not gonna take something he just got.
It took me 7 years.
So Superbird, though, isn't it? It's got the livery, it's got the paint job, it's got the wheels. It's just everything. Everything's perfect with that cast. I'm not the biggest fan of a big American boat, but I can definitely appreciate the levels of effort and work and engineering that was put towards making that.
Yep.
Beautiful castings.
I like both of them, but the green one is awesome, man. I mean, just that Spectraflame green and the wheels. The thing is sweet.
How much are those cars online?
Well, the Superbird is approximately like 150 to like $200 Canadian. That is. And the Daytona is around like 100 to 150.
Honestly, I don't know the difference.
With the Superbird is more of a sleek, round car, and the Superbird is based on the Roadrunner, where the Daytona is based on the Charger.
All right, so they're both pretty much the same car in terms of floor pan. So they're both the same floor pan, just different body, I'm guessing, or different front end. Everything else is the same.
Different body. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Got you.
Awesome. Look at that.
So it's essentially like you take a Honda Civic, I don't know, EG, and it's almost the same underneath as an EF.
Yeah.
I'm guessing roughly. All right, got you. I'm with you. Thank you.
Yeah, and pardon me about the dogs.
No problem. Is there a reason why you changed your name, Superbird?
Honestly, it was just as a joke. It's more of a satire thing.
Okay.
Make
You were just trying to be sneaky, like Rapid said. I'm just trying to throw us off a little bit.
He was trying to spoof us.
Like
Jim.
he's like, yeah. I want to see how well these guys how they handle diversity.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Now that's an interesting find.
Yeah, but congratulations on getting that Plymouth Superbird. Superbird. That's pretty cool, man. That's very, very cool.
Thank you.
You said you got it for $50, right?
I got it from a guy for 100 USD, which.
Oh, okay.
And that's shipped.
Got it.
And the reason I'm not out here to support scalpers. And that's just a rant for another day, a rant that has gone on and on for a long time. But anyways,
never ending rants about scalping.
But yeah, he was selling a guy's collection who recently passed away, and he was selling it to raise money for his grandchildren, the other collectors' children, scholarships.
Oh, you can't complain about that then. There's nothing you can. I mean, the prices can be slightly inflated, but when it's going to a good cause, I'd quite happily pay slightly more. I'd quite happily do that. Without
honestly,
a doubt.
I got it for a fairly good deal.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's why I love this. There's a charity shop I often go to, and you might have seen my last Diecast photography video, which was about a month ago. I had a ton, the table was filled with, say, 20 odd cars, all Skylines and things I've been looking for years, and I always missed them when I went into the shops. Always missed them. Never found them. There was RX-7s with yellow RX-7 with black bonnet. You may remember that one from about 2018, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
There was Skylines from the early 10s. There was a purple R34 Skyline with hundreds that I just found, and the guy gave me them in the charity shop for £7 for, I think it was 10 cars. And he just said, handpick them, take them. I mean, because you're in here almost every day looking, and you put donations in and stuff, you can just take them. And I was like, no, I'm giving you more than that. So I think I gave him in the end about £10 plus for all them. And then I went back the next day and he'd restocked, and the whole sort of toy section was filled. And I was like, here, I'm going to go bankrupt here. And that was where I lost all the money for that month. But I'm quite happy to go into that store, buy a bunch of old stuff. I mean, it's all perfect, Nick. But even if it wasn't, if it was slightly battered up, I'd be quite happy to pay slightly more because it's going to a good cause and it's going to people in need and people who need help. So I'm quite happy to pay that slightly inflated price if there was one, which there wasn't. But yeah, I'm quite happy. On that note, though, it's getting a bit cold and a bit dark, unlike last week where it was literally pitch black. So I'm going to stand up. Apologies, as I'm going to have to head off. Adrian, you know what's happening here. Open the shed. Sorry, the gate.
I know.
Stay safe, everyone.
I know what he's about to do.
Stay safe,
I'm going to take off too, Big A.
Censor him.
I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Have fun, and of course, stay juking.
Stay juking.
I'm taking off now, Big A. I'll catch you in the next one.
Thanks for now. All right, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in, brother.
All right.
So it's you and me, Superbird. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in the past 2 or 3 weeks. I hope. I know you were getting ready to start school, right, or something like that.
Yeah, life's been real busy. I start university here in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
I went up for a campus tour yesterday.
Oh,
did
nice.
some out-of-town peg hunting. Nothing really around, but at least I know I have a couple stores to hit for some footage. Yeah.
I need to work on a video. I did pretty well last week. I can't complain. As I shared in the beginning of the stream, there's only one person who knows, what I found.
Really?
But yeah, man. I mean, I did pretty well. So yeah. So I'll put it together and I'll share it with you guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the video as much as I do. Well, congratulations on starting a new he got a full ride at Cal State Fullerton. So very, very happy. Very, very proud of my son.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, man. I mean, as I was telling you guys earlier, it's my wife and I did something right? I mean, out of we go through so many trials, tribulations. You get you get make a mistake here, make a mistake there, but your kid should be your number one priority, and try and try to upbring them the best way you can. As best you can. You can't give them everything. You don't want to spoil them, but yeah, man. I mean, that's I'm very, very, very proud of them.
You should be, because that's a huge achievement for anybody to do. So, yet again, congratulations to you, your son, your family on this huge milestone.
And I don't give much credit to, but believe it or not, he's the one that helped me jumpstart my channel. He helped me film the first 2 or 3 videos, and he taught me a little bit of editing and stuff like that, because he took some digital arts classes or something, or video editing courses, and when he was in high school still.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he taught me a little bit of that, and then once I got the gist of it, then I just kind of started doing it on my own. I'm still not the best, but I try, and I'm learning as I go. But what you got over there, Mr. Superbird? That looks very, very shiny, very, very pretty, very, very pretty.
This is the Matchbox Collector's Edition of the Nissan Z Proto.
Nice.
This one came out back in April, and it wasn't supposed to ship until around September. And same with around the same time as the S2000, which people are starting to get those now. And this car sold out in approximately 17 minutes. And to be honest, I think it's kind of underwhelming for what it is.
Does it come in a gold color?
Yeah, it comes in gold.
Oh, nice. It's beautiful.
I'm a sucker for that gold color, especially hold on. Especially, I thought it was going to be more like this kind of gold with the Jags Demon.
That car is so awesome.
Yeah, best suit. One of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
But this one's slightly darker.
Got it.
But yeah.
Do you know if the wheels are real riders, or are they plastic?
They are real riders.
Nice.
Which I would imagine when you pay $25, I would expect to hopefully get real riders.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. Even in the RLCs, there's a couple of vehicles that do not have real rider wheels. Believe it or not, I forgot which ones they were, but yeah, a couple of my Spanish speaking YouTubers were complaining about that. I forgot which casting it was, but I think it was the Mustang.
Mustang?
I think so.
It might have been the orange one.
Do you have the green one?
The green Mustang? No, I passed on the Boss Hoss.
Okay, I think that's the one. I think that's the one that people were complaining about the wheels. I'm like, dude, really?
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, if you're paying, over $20, $25, whatever, for a car that's supposed to be like very high upscale diecast vehicle, I mean, you expect it to have, the whole 9 bells and whistles on it. Real riders, metal base, metal body, the spectra flame paint, detailed front, back.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Everything, when you're paying that kind of money, especially when it's hard-earned money, you should be getting everything. You should be getting all the specs, all the benefits from what you should get on a RLC, and those are the things such as listed down below.
Nice. The Hornet with the flames, is that a super or is that a regular? Or is it a Hornet? Or is it a Hornet?
Oh, that's an M2.
Oh, okay. Is it a Hornet though?
No, I think it's a Mercury.
It's a Mercury. Okay. It kind of looks like the Hornet. Remember the one that came out in 2016, the
Yeah,
Super?
2016 B case.
Yeah. It kind of. I thought it was that one, but yeah, that one's pretty. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that Super's really cool, honestly. That was one I was kind of wishing I would have found at the time as well.
Nice. How's the wagon coming out? That pink one.
The pink candy striper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's finished.
Oh. Nice, bro.
There's a few I know I got a build for the Diecast Misfits. I'm just waiting for the decals on that now, and then we're all gonna have to upload our videos on the 31st, which is the day after my birthday.
That's nice. Oh, that's cool, bro. You use like a bubble gum pink on that one, right? It looks beautiful, man.
Yeah, I think that was the only pink color in my town that I could find. I was originally going to try to use Spectra Flame pink, but I couldn't find it.
It looks great. It's is it gloss or it's gloss, right? It's not like a flat gloss or.
I think it's gloss.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Well, good job, man. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, thank you. And this gasser I finished up a few days ago. Well, actually a few weeks ago, I meant to say. But recently I was offered the C8 Premium Chase for this from somebody.
Ah. And you're like, nope. Nope, I'm keeping this one.
Oh, yeah. That's where the wheels came from this. I just put some wheels from a 400Z on it. But the wheels for this gasser came off of that Mercury.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been busy the last little while. When school starts, I don't know if I'll be doing much for peg hunting videos. It may just end up being a channel of shorts for a while.
Hey, man, I mean, do what you got to do. We understand, you know.
And yeah, I always want to provide content, but at the same time, I got to focus on school. And I know YouTube Shorts are kind of frowned upon just for how easy and generic they are, but honestly, they're a great way to get views, and they're probably the easiest way to make videos for someone who's in university.
That's true. I see another. What is it? Is it a 370 back there? 350?
Yeah. No, it's a 400Z. This is the new Z Proto. This
that's
one.
That's another custom, right?
Yeah, that's another custom. I'm not as proud of this one because I didn't get the actual decal lights like I wanted to because I couldn't afford them at the time.
Right.
So I just ended up having to make it look like a ghost. But I think the wheel choice for this one is a lot better than the bronze wheels that came with it originally.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know, what the designers at Mattel are thinking about sometimes. Something like, oh, let's try this combination, and little do they know they're not making those cars, giving those cars much justice with the wheel choice that they put on those cars. But yeah, that car looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
You use the same pink as you did for that wagon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you got the bug back there with a gray accent. That's a great combination, bro.
Thank you.
That's a great combination, man.
Yeah, this is the same pink, but I actually just left it bare metal on the top.
Wow.
It just kind of gives it an aged effect.
Very cool, brother.
Yeah, thank you. And honestly, I feel like I owe you a thank you for getting me started on a part of this community because you were the first person who stumbled upon my channel. I remember it was back in September. I started posting a few shorts here and there just to kind of test the field a little bit. And you were the person who always commented, said, "Keep it up, brother. Nice finds." And you're the person that I owe a massive thank you to for getting me to the point where I am now.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's like, yeah, man. I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, I've always been very vocal about this. I'm here to support everyone. Whether they do giveaways or not. I mean, I tell people all the time. To me, it's not. I don't care if you do giveaways or not. I mean, I'm here to support you, and if I didn't enjoy your content, I wouldn't be here in the first place. So, yeah, man. I mean, thank you very much. I mean, it means the world to me. And I'm
Mm.
glad, I'm glad that I inspired you, and I hope not just me, but I hope you were inspired by other people here to, to continue to grow your channel and to do what you do.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not much of a customizer myself. I mean, I do, little details here and there, some wheel swaps, and I make the cars look a little bit, more to my liking, but that's about it.
I seen that wheel swap you did on that Challenger the other day.
Yeah,
That looks awesome.
yeah. I just got those wheels. I bought them on eBay. It's like $42, a little pricey, but yeah, $42 for a set of 10, and with a Togo. I'm sorry, the Toyo tires.
That's
Theme.
actually not bad.
Yeah, Toyo tires. Theme on them, or livery, whatever. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the car looks much better. I was actually working on the Challenger, no, the Charger as well. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a white one, and it says Ram Chargers on the sides.
Oh yeah, the SRT Demon.
Yeah. So yeah, I was working on that one as well. I mean, that one took me a while. I went ahead and ordered some adjustable axles just to make it easier. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just want the cars to look as original as possible. When I drill them out and stuff, and I guess I could do custom axles as well, but I don't know. To each his own, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
that's what I had to do with this one. I'm working on this for the Diecast Misfits right now, and as you can see, what I used here was the end to a Q-tip. I glued it in where the axle was. I cut the axle in half, put some glue inside the tubing, and then put the axle through and pinched it in.
Oh, nice.
And that's what I had to do. But if you use like Q-tips in the tubing for those make a really nice axle.
Bond. Okay, yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. I mean, it's just a matter of getting creative with with whatever materials you have, and just experiment with what you have.
True, and I know you can do it with brass tubing as well.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I bought some tools. Because I want to start putting some screws on them and stuff like that. And they didn't have the right size. I guess I thought I've seen some people using like 1/16 tubing, brass tubing, and it's a little too wide. I mean, if I use a drill bit and make the what do you call it, the little hole where you feed the wheel into the axle. If I make that a little wider, I'll probably get it to fit, but I don't know. I'm scared that I might make it worse instead of making it better. Have you
Well,
have you tried using slightly larger tubing for your wheels and your axles?
honestly, this is the first time I've tried it with the whatchamacallit, the pipe, not pipe cleaner, the Q-tip tubing. And honestly, this is pretty big for the axle. So what I do is I put little glue in the hole and then put the axle in without like connecting the wheel so it doesn't get stuck, and then pinch the axle so it doesn't move.
Huh.
I may have to make a video on that because I know I'm not the best at explaining things, and
Yeah. No, I mean, I follow. I mean, I'm just trying to, when you're listening to somebody explaining something, you try to picture it in your mind, and you're like, oh, okay, you're trying to picture what you're listening to, and so that's what I was trying to do. But yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, what I've been doing is, I saw a video where somebody was using like some head pins where you don't even have to drill out the card to begin with, and then on he would the guy would what he does is he makes like a little bend at the end of the wheel, where like where the
Okay.
so that it doesn't fall out, so that the wheel doesn't fall out. But yeah, so I mean, there's just so many ways of making your custom axles. It's just I want to make them look as real as OG as possible. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I bought a set of 50 adjustable axles from eBay for like $37, I think. So yeah, hopefully I should be getting them next week, and yeah, I'm going to start experimenting with that.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're customizing, it's good for you to just experiment with different things, and I got this from good old Jay at Jay's Customs. He's like, yeah, I mean, just start start experimenting with different things, and once you find that one thing that works for you, just stick with that and run with it. Because
yeah, and that's what it's perfectly okay to get out of the comfort zone a little bit and try new things, and that's what I did with the decals. And it takes practice. However, when you do get out of the comfort zone, you get better at it, and you eventually will master what you're doing.
absolutely. Let's see, Rooney Moons is in the house. Thank you for tuning in, old dude. Thank you for tuning in. He says older cars are harder to drill out since they don't have a dimple in the center of the post. I didn't know that. That's interesting. NASCAR guy.
Yeah, a lot of red lines, they have like a bump rivet instead of like a hole that would make it much more convenient. They always had like a different rivet.
Gotcha. NASCAR is giving us throwing that peace sign. Tony's Diecast is in the house. 27 thumbs up, brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. Eddie G is saying what's up to Tony. And everyone. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What are you planning to do with that? What is it, a Ford Bronco?
Yeah, this is a Ford Bronco, but do you see anything different?
The good old wheels.
Not necessarily. 2020 Ram Rebel.
Oh, okay. It was put in the wrong card.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. I hope you made a video of that.
Oh, I did. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean that's the only way people are going to believe you.
Yeah, and that's why I recorded it in store. I think that's going to be in a peg hunt fairly soon, maybe early September if I can get it out. I'll probably be in university at that time, but I'll have that out probably some point around early to the middle of September.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, also if you look at the card closely, you'll see that it has a Ram truck and not a Bronco.
Yeah.
Look at it. Oh, that's awesome, bro. That's a nice little. I guess you could call it an error.
That's what I would. I know. So, and the last time I found an error like that, I think it was a Dodge Charger card with a kit with Knight Rider in the package, and this was back in 2017.
Derek, we love you too, brother, and congratulations on reaching the 10,000 milestone, and it's still and going. Congratulations to you, brother.
Oh yeah, congratulations, Derek.
Yeah, man, awesome, well deserved. Yeah, like I tell everybody, a lot of people complain because they don't, or they get upset because they're not, their channel is not growing as quickly as other people's channels are, and it's like, if you don't put in the work, you're not gonna get, good results. So, and Derek is definitely, he's an advent hunter. He goes out there and he hunts and he does what he does, and that's why that's why he's where he's at.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him.
Yeah,
and also congratulations to and kudos to his wife and his daughter that are supportive of what he does, because without that, I don't think any of us would be where we are. I mean, you definitely have to have a supporting spouse or significant other in order for us to do what we do, because it does take away a lot of our time, and it's hard to balance a hobby that consumes so much of your time with family and other everyday life. So congratulations, brother.
Definitely. And I remember watching him way back when he first had like 750 subscribers.
Yeah.
And
mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, you go. It's okay.
Oh yeah. I found Derek when he was at about, I think, 300 or 400 subscribers is when I found him. I mean, his channel grew fast, but again, I mean, he was out there, peg hunting like a madman, and yeah, I mean, he started experimenting with with customs and other things, the live streams and everything, and yeah, I mean, good for him. He worked hard, so he deserves to play hard. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember finding him around 750, and honestly, I've said this before, I said it in his comments, I said it on his streams, seeing his channel grow is like seeing a proud father, being a proud father, except in this case being a friend to seeing another friend succeed.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. I remember, I started before Derek. I don't know how many months before he did, and we reached the 1,000 subscriber mark at around the same time. So we were cheering each other up and like, yeah, man, I remember reaching out to him like, hey, bro, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're like, just a few subscribers away from reaching that 1,000 subscriber mark. He's like, yeah, man, let's keep at it. And he just kept uploading video after video after video after video after video, and look at him now, man. That's awesome. I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm just glad that it that he's having a an honest collector, and someone that contributes something good to the community is having success, not some freaking douchebag in Florida or in Georgia. You know who I'm talking about.
I wonder who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alrighty, my people.
I still can't, I still can't fathom, how people could follow their channels and praise what they do, and like, yeah, man, it's like, yeah, I found these amount of cars and I'm getting ready to freaking sell them on I don't know what platform he uses. I think eBay or whatever. Like, dude, yeah, I don't know, man. And then there's some other guy. I forgot what the name of his channel is, but he's somewhere from the Midwest, if I'm not mistaken. But this guy is like really, really rude to the employees and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's very rude to the employees. It's like, I mean, there's this one video where an employee told him politely, "Look, I'm sorry, we have a set date to put these out. We can't put them out yet." And he's like, "Oh, yes, I can. I could take them. I don't care. Call your manager." I'm like, and right on video, he didn't care. I'm like, dude, come on, man, you don't do that.
Oh, I think it's the guy in Texas, right? Like Hot Wheels Hunt in Texas or something.
Something like that. Yeah, he changed his name to some other. He changed the name of his channel. But yeah, I think it's him. Some guy in the Midwest, man. But yeah, he's a total douchebag too, man. And there was this other video where an employee brought out some cases for him, and he told him, "Look, I'll stop by your house later and I'll take care of you." I'm like, dude, really? Come on, man. Don't put your dirty laundry out there, man. I mean, you're just giving yourself a bad name. But yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't care. I mean, look at the following that they have. They have thousands of subscribers, and like, it just seems like people, a lot of people. The only thing they care about is you finding, good stuff. They don't care if you resell them, if you scalp them. They don't care. I mean, if you're finding some cool stuff, you're gonna get those views and you're gonna get those subscribers.
Yeah, like the Honda set.
Yeah. That stupid Honda set, man. I mean, there's a hobby collectible stores here where I live, and he had a couple of them. And I asked him, oh, at first I was thinking, oh, he'll probably want like 25, $30 for it at the most. Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope. He wanted $80 for the whole set, bro. $80.
Oh my god.
I'm like, no, you're out of your freaking mind, dude.
Yeah, that's the set I need. I might need a little bit of help with that and the Ultra Hots.
Yeah,
because we don't get the Ultra Hots around here, and I'm more than willing to pay somebody retail if they can find a set for me.
Of the new Ultra Hots that came out.
Yeah, the new ones.
Oh, okay.
Like the Plymouths.
Gotcha.
The El Camino. That set with the purple cards.
Gotcha. All right. I'll keep an eye out for you, man. I mean, I wish I would have known. There was. I remember when I found a whole bunch of them, and yeah, man. I mean, I wish I would have known sooner. I would have definitely picked up a set for you and send it out to you. Yeah, but yeah, if I see more, because they do come in waves. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you, man. I'll definitely let you know if I find a set.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll buy it, and then we'll work something out.
Yeah, sounds good. I really appreciate that.
And then the Honda sets, I've been thinking about reaching out to either Derek or PS. Like, hey man, I mean, if you see these, hook me up, and then I'll be glad to pay you for the, for what you paid for them and the shipping costs. So yeah, because I mean, I know they're avid hunters. They're always out there, and they like to get up early and go to the stores and stuff like that. I'm not that guy. I mean, it's hard for me to get up at, what is it, like 6:30, 6:45 to make it to the store at by 8:00. I'm talking about the Targets and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to get out of bed at at 5:00 in the morning. Especially when you're you're in bed, you're comfortable. Especially your lady's right next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so I mean, what are you going to prefer?
Well, I guess here I am saying I know what you mean, but I've never had a girlfriend in my life.
No way. Come on, Superbird.
Confidence.
Oh man. You kind of remind me of what's his name? Good old Skippy. He's he was afraid of to start his channel because he was shy and confident, stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I mean, if you're already married and you have children and you have a job and stuff like that, I mean, that tells me that you're not that shy anymore. You should, and you should be able to start a YouTube channel, do what you do, and then, if you make a mistake here and there, don't worry about it, man. I mean, you'll grow and you'll get better and better as you go. Don't get too caught up on what other people might think, or people are going to make fun of you no matter what. People are going to criticize you, whether no matter what you do. So just if you love what you do, if you have a passion for it, just go for it, man. Don't worry about the noise.
Oh, I don't care about the haters at all. It's just I'm just a quiet person as it is, but yeah, I don't let the haters do that. If anything, it's just going to boost my energy more and make me continue and push past them.
Yeah, and you have to, and it comes with the territory. I mean, you're going to get the haters, you're going to get those negative comments. People making assumptions about you or calling you, names and stuff like that. But it comes with the territory. I mean, the great thing about YouTube is you just block them, report them, and they're out of your life. But I mean, if you're gonna say something, I mean, I get it. I mean, if you didn't like the video, at least provide some constructive criticism and say, hey, great video, but I think you could have done this, and that better.
Amen.
Don't just don't just have some creativity, man. Don't just say, oh, you suck, your video sucks. Okay, why did it suck in your opinion? What could I've done better in your opinion? Since you're being so critical about it.
Yeah, amen.
What you got over there? What's this car right here?
This is the Audi TT from that the douchebag design Matchbox set.
Douchebag design.
Well, it's not quite douchebag design, but
I know. It's the name that Derek Schrang gave it. Have you seen the new the new Japan Historics from the Matchbox line?
Yeah, I'm not. Honestly, I am a JDM guy. I like my Mopar, JDM, and Porsche. Those are the three things I really like when it comes to collecting. However, the problem is a lot of those are just recast from previous years.
Yeah. I took a look at them, and to be honest with you, I only like the white Civic. That's the only one I like out of all of them.
Is it? Yeah, it depends what Civic it is too, because some of the Matchbox Civics aren't all that accurate to scale, and some of them are rather disappointing. But yeah, so from what I see, that one looks like it's actually a nice, clean car. Although the Skyline in that set is just a recast from 2016.
Right. Yeah. I think Matchbox does pretty well with the like some of the exotic cars, like the Porsches. I like the way they make them, especially that new one that came out. I don't know if you've seen it. I believe it's the Spider. It's a gray one with the gold wheels on it. It just looks awesome.
Gray with gold wheels. Not quite ringing a bell, but
yeah. And I know it's a Porsche, not 100% if that it's a Spider. I think it is, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's a awesome casting. Yeah, they do pretty well on those, and of course the utility vehicles, but
yeah, it's not like that much when it comes to Matchbox. Comparing it to something like Hot Wheels, Matchbox has definitely improved their quality in the last few years for sure. However, certain castings.
Let me see if I could find that Matchbox for you. Let's see.
And for all y'all that are wondering, I am going to be watching this. I am going to get this car somehow. No matter what it takes, I will try my best to get that Skyline.
Oh, look.
Oh.
Yeah, that Skyline is sweet, man. Is that from the Matchbox side or the Hot Wheels line?
This one is Derek's. Oh, that Porsche.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I never got the chance to find that mix because there was a...
Look at this. Yeah, it is a Spider. I was right.
Yeah, I remember that one. I never found that.
Yeah.
Because we never got that mix here.
Yeah, one per case. I remember, I like it as is. I know Derek likes to customize them. I found it and I I sent him a picture of it. It's like, hey, do you have this? And he said he found a bunch of them, and I think he already worked on a couple of customs. I like it as is. I mean, I think Matchbox does a pretty good job on these Porsches. But yeah, this is a sweet one, man.
Yeah, Matchbox gained my respect for a certain Porsche that came out a few in that same mix. It was a green one.
Yes. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they gained a lot of respect from me because this is my grandfather's car.
Hold on, let me give you a solo spot here.
Right there.
Yeah,
my grandfather. This is a 911, but my grandfather owned this exact car as a Boxster except with a tan interior.
Right.
And actually, recently I seen that car driving along with somebody else driving it, and it was honestly, I can't say it wasn't hard to see.
Nice. Have you seen the Chase? That the Porsche? Let me show you.
Oh yeah, that is a must-have.
I told Derek, if I find it before you do, it's yours, brother. And
Yeah,
I'm a man of my word.
yeah,
If I find it before he does, it's going to him.
yeah, man. I don't blame him. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the hunt for that one as well.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
super chase ever out of, well, 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that they decided to step away from the from the the colors that they were using, the white, blue, and red. Like as they did with what was it, the Corvette?
The Corvette and the Bronco.
Yeah, the Corvette and the Bronco, and now and that they decided to step away from that and do it on a black.
I can see why they did it though, because Porsche's German, so it makes sense to have the colors of the German flag.
Yeah. It's a sweet casting.
Sweet casting, and I love that Porsche.
Even the card art, man.
Oh yeah, like it just looks so cool, elegant, classy. Just wow.
Yep.
10 out of 10. I'd probably take that over most of the supers from this year.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There's a couple I probably wouldn't take over, especially the green Camaro, the Civic, the Corvette, but that Porsche is definitely up there, even though it's not a super. It's just a super chase, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean it's about time that Matchbox stepped up their game, because I mean for the longest time they were like really really lacking, and I mean not only are the cars not up to they were just not, there was something about them that just didn't look right. It's not until recently that last I want to say what 3-4 years maybe, when they finally started to step up their game, especially on the exotic cars.
yeah, really. And like personally, I'm more of a Lambo guy, and I've seen the differences in the Lambos. And actually, I've seen the differences in the Porsches. Hold on, if I can find a certain car. Oh, pardon me, I'm in a tight little spot here, but if I can find a certain car, here, I'll be right back. Apologies, yeah. I'll be. And sorry for the squeaking.
No problem. Jay Holla, hey, Jay Holla, you know what? It's funny because I thought that it was a Hudson Hornet as well, and it's not. It's a Merc. It's an M2 casting. So Superbird took the wheels off of that one, and he put it on a different cat. Oh, he put it on the gasser, on the Bel Air gasser. I don't know if you had a chance to see that, but yeah. Doug Young, FYI, the doors are painted on the side. Matchbox moving parts Porsche doors are painted better. I agree. Eddie, Tony, you're going to post last builds. Yeah, I have a Hudson Horn. Okay. Jesse's Diecast. Oops. Jesse's Diecast Garage. What did I miss? You missed quite a bit, Jesse. We had Rapid Nismo in the house. We had the Godfather in the house, and of course, I had my special guest, David, aka TWYCE, in the house. So it was quite a bit. I mean, don't worry. I mean, just catch the replay if you can, if and when you can.
Well, I couldn't find it.
It's all right. It's all good.
Somewhere in this big bag of Porsches.
It's all good, brother. Diecast Chaser is saying what's up to Jesse. Collections Toys. ¿Qué onda, brother? ¿Cómo estás?
Oh man.
Diecast Chaser saying ¿Qué pasa? Parking Garage, nice custom. Paco's Diecast Garage, today is a great day. Thank you. I love it. You're welcome, Paco. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Thanks for tuning in too, by the way.
Well, I'm sorry to do this, but I do have to go because I do have a family barbecue here in a few minutes.
Yeah. We're going about 3 hours, so yeah, me too. I'm gonna cut it short. I'm sorry, not cut it short. I'm gonna wrap it up in about 2-3 minutes or so. Just gonna read everybody's comments, and then I'm gonna call it good on this live stream. But yeah,
Awesome.
it was definitely fun. It was as always. It's always a pleasure to have you, and for you to show us what you're working on, what you have.
Yeah, same with you, man. Thank you for having me on once again.
Not a problem.
All right. Happy hunting, everybody. Have a great Sunday.
All right, man. Catch you later. Take care. All right, guys. Just Diecast Garage. Mis hermanos, ¿cómo están? We're doing good. Super Diecast Customs. Howdy. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. So far, so good, brother. Hector's Auto Body. Jorgito. Get show away. So pretty much Hector saying what's up to George, aka Collections Toys. That's what he's saying. Paco's Diecast Garage. ¿Qué pasó, Jesse? Which means what's up, Jesse? Eddie G. All right. What's up, Paco? Diecast Chasers. What's up, Paco? Paco say, what's up, Subi? Parking Garage. What's going on, Subi? How you doing, bro? Paco's Diecast Garage. Sup? Diecast Chasers. Come on. Sup, Diecast Chaser. Subi Diecast Customs says, throwing those peace signs to good old Parking Garage, aka Aztec Rider. Jesse's Diecast Garage saying what's up to Paco. Paco is throwing that fist pump to, I want to say it's Jesse. Let's see. Subi Diecast Customs. I still don't feel satisfied with a custom I made. Huh. Subi, I think Subi's having a conversation with somebody else. Sorry, guys. I skipped a bunch of messages. Like I said, I'm going on 3 hours, so I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So I'm just reading the final comments here. Subi Diecast Customs, Axles, and Spoiler. The Figment, though, I feel like redoing it. Okay, nice. I'll take a look at what you're talking about a little later, Subi. Parking Garage. Come on, Subi. Don't be hard on you, man. You're awesome. Yeah, I agree. Don't be hard on yourself, Subi. That's how you learn, man. I mean, you gotta practice it before you master it, right? So don't worry about it, man. You'll get there eventually. Paco's Diecast Garage. Adrian cut it with a X-Acto knife. That's true. Subi Diecast Customs. I do like my work, but I just know I still have a long way to do. A long way to go. My starting point wasn't read either. I'm sorry, brother. I don't know what you meant by that. But yeah, just keep at it, Subi Diecast Garage. Like I said, first you got to practice it before you master it, right? So the more you do it, the more you do something, the better you get at it. So don't be so hard on yourself. You'll get better as you go. Matt Visions says, "Okay, done cutting grass. What did I miss?" Yeah, sorry, Pia. You missed quite a bit, man. As you already know, we had David in the house, aka TWYCE Diecast. We had the Godfather in the house. We had Rapid Nismo spending some love and energy. So yeah, we're just talking, diecast, and we were pretty much picking David's brain a little bit, and we talked a little bit about his charity and diecast media channel and all that good stuff. On a diecast says beat it axles or 2 push-in method. Yep. Bunker Diecast channel, the giveaway, Pia, you won, but they had to redo it because you weren't here. He gave away 2 RLCs. Oh wow. Well, congratulations to Pia. I don't know if they'll honor him not being at the, you know, if they'll honor the giveaway, even though he wasn't in attendance. So hopefully he still gets what he won. Paco's Diecast Garage at Honest Diecast. You got my Kiefer Racer. Don't ignore me. Oh my gosh. Don't even start. Don't even start, man. Mad Visions. It's okay. Someone deserves it more than me. LOL. Come on, Pia. I'm sure you're a deserving person of whatever it is that you supposedly won. Diecast Chasers. LOL. Eddie G says just messing around. Honest Diecast, my latest build, which is the Diecast Misfits build, took me a bit out of my comfort zone, and now I'm eager to do more like it. The message is to push yourself a bit when you're ready. That's right. You got to push yourself to the limit sometimes. Get yourself out of your comfort zone, and like I said, I mean, just practice it until you master it, man. Pia, aka Mad Visions, that Dan Kiefer, awesome. Yeah, please don't get Derek started on that freaking Kiefer racer there, man. That was totally uncalled for. Paco's Diecast Garage error package. Eddie G says card art on his Diecast. Paco, I do. I'll mail it with the other 9,999 of them. I'm giving away for free. There you go, Derek. That's the attitude, man. That's why we love you, man. Eddie G in protector cases, please. Honest Diecast. Paco Diecast says, Honest Diecast, can't wait to see what you did. Yeah, likewise. Pia, can't wait to see what everyone did. Nice. Derek says, thanks, Paco. Same here. I can't wait to see yours. Nice. Let's see. Mad Vision, Superbird, did you do your build yet? He took off, brother, so I don't know. He said he was going to go look for something, and then turns out that he had to go. So, Honest Diecast, thanks, guys. Blessed. No problem, Derek. Jesse's Diecast Garage, hey, he doesn't call himself Honest Diecast for nothing. I believe him. True. Eddie G, me too. Honest Diecast, thanks, Jesse. That means a lot. Fort984, don't care about how many subs I have, only about sharing my collection finds. That's a positive outlook, bro. That's what it's about. You know, just share your passion for what you have and for what you do, and everything else will fall into place. Jesse's Diecast Garage, my pleasure, my friend. Okay. Honestly, I'm going to shift more focus on customs, I think. Okay, cool. Nice, Derek. Do what you love, man. Do what you love, or don't do it, or don't do it at all. And plus, I don't blame you. Everything's going up, so do what you got to do, man. I'd love to see more Matchbox create their take on the 992 GT3. Yeah, that would be interesting. Riverlows 14, great show today, Big A. Thank you very much. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. Eddie G with the details front on back, Derek. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. John 316 Diecast. Hey, Big A. We met at the yard sale yesterday. Thanks for the stickers. Hey, no problem, John. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, it was a good event. I'm sorry to hear about the guy that with a bat tire or something, or somebody. So, anyways, guys, I got invited to a special collectors event in Santa Ana. I believe Skips, aka Justin, is part of that group. I didn't even know until later. But yeah, there was a Vietnamese guys that went there in good faith. I don't know how he heard about the event. Maybe he's part of the group. I don't know. I'm fairly new. So he bought a couple of what are they called? I forgot. It's a very specific. It's a particular brand. I know. Mark likes it a lot. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, they focus on a lot of JDM stuff. Anyway, so he bought a couple of them, and he got lucky, and he found a chase. So I don't know if somebody in attendance got a little jelly belly or butthurt because he found it and not them. But anyways, when he walked out with his purchase, he one of his tires was was flat. So we don't know if it was one of the neighbors that got upset because there was quite a few people there, and the streets are pretty narrow. There's not very many spots for people to park. So a lot of people, especially in that area, they don't like it when the people who don't live in that block or in that area, whatever, don't park in front of their houses. I don't know why it is. It's a public street, so people should be able to park there regardless. But anyways, this poor guy, walked out and he had a flat tire. So hope hopefully he got that taken care of, and hopefully this doesn't happen again. It shouldn't be that way. Eddie G, okay, cool. Diecast Chasers, between the plant employees and store employees and scalpers, it doesn't leave much for us collectors. Honest Diecast, thanks all for all you do, Adrian, and thanks for another amazing live. Thank you for being in attendance. I appreciate your support, and thank you as well, brother. Jesse's Diecast Garage. Okay, guys, it's been fun, but I gotta go run my tune-up. It's done. Wow, that remit peace, my brothers. I don't know what he meant by this last word here. That rhymed. Oh, that rhymed. Okay, guys, it's been fun, but I got to run tune-up. To run my tune-up is done. Wow, that rhymed. Peace, my brothers. Okay, gotcha. So he busted a rhyme without even knowing. Jesse's Diecast. I'm sorry, Eddie Diecast. Eddie G. I'm getting tired, guys. Peace, Jesse. Okay, cool. Firefly Toy Hunters. Another good live feed. Awesome having TWYCE Diecast on. Absolutely. Another channel I didn't know about. Seems like a good guy. Oh, yeah. He's an awesome guy. Very, he's, in my opinion, he's a great asset to our community, and we need more people like him. And I forgot. I remembered the name of the brand. It's Cato House. Yeah, so this Asian guy, bought a couple of Cato houses, and I guess I didn't know there were chases in those boxes too. But you don't know unless you open the box. Okay, so yeah, so he bought 3 wagon Cato House cars, and one of them, he got lucky. He got a chase car. So again, I don't know if somebody who was there, was hoping to get the chase, or got butthurt or jelly belly for not, because he didn't get that chase, and punctured his tire, and I don't know. The point is, it shouldn't be that way, man. I mean, things are put on the table, they're all for sale, and it's luck of the draw. Whoever gets it, whoever gets a good piece, awesome. Whoever doesn't, well, it just wasn't meant to be for you. That's all there is, man. Diecast Chasers, later, Big A. Thank you for tuning in. Eddie G, everyone, be well. Have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you, brother. Doug Young, thanks. Good live feed. Was good to have TWYCE Diecast on too. Absolutely, he's a good man. Eddie G wants to do the little harmonica thing. Eddie G, hopefully we could have you here on the next live stream. All right, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by, spending a couple of hours with me, and with the rest of the guys here. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Yeah, you guys, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And you guys take care. God bless. Happy hunting. And I'll catch you guys in the next live or in the next video. Deuces. Later, guys. Love you all. Peace.